Hello, this is Nana from Nana's Craft Corner, and today I'm going to work on a craft as people come in and join in the chat. So I want to welcome everybody and thank you for watching if you're not here again. And I'm missing some friends that I haven't seen for a while, so I'll do a shout out to Jessica and Cliff and all the people that come. Mike's been coming and Bill and for sure Misha. So thank you very much, everybody, and joining me. But I miss everybody. But anyways, I want to show you that this is a full pillowcase right here, and I kind of chopped it down to the width. I'm going by this size of a bag right here. I'm going to show you. There's a bag here. This is kind of my size I want. It's not going to be. It won't have the bottom. It'll just be a simple bag for my mom. So I took a pillowcase, turn it inside out, cut it the width and the height I wanted. And so I'm going to use the handles for the bag. And all I had to do was, this is already sewn up, the one side, and the bottom's already sewn up. So all I got to do is sew the other side, turn it inside out, and then I can start I'll sew the top here. I do not have a working sewing machine, so I'm kind of hand sewing this in and out. And that's what I'm doing tonight. So let's see. Just, hopefully this will be a strong enough strength for what you want to put in it. I'm going to sew it a couple times back and forth. Thank you. All right. So we get that through here. In and out. Okay, put this. I got a little thing I made online actually before. Little needle books. I actually love making them. They're fun. I could have to make some in the fall maybe when I feel like doing another one. I had fun making it. All right, let's do this. In and out. Okay. I'm kind of doing long stitches here. I could go back stitches, but I didn't do that. I'm just going to keep going zigzag stitches and then go back over them. Okay, let's see what we can get done here. Da 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 dee, da da. Well, I'm out of thread, so we're gonna do back here, and I'm gonna go in the opposite parts, back and forth. You can see the holes are. I'm gonna go in here. I just go in and out where I didn't sew on this side. Do that several times. I'll probably do it again, so I know it's sewn really well. Nothing's gonna break apart on this side. Okay, let's do this. Tighten this off. There. I'm not the best scissors, but there. I'll put that off. And I'm going to put that down. And we're going to pull it up. All right. There we go. Pull that off. All right. Take that out. And we'll do it again. I'm going to trim this too. I do not like this, but I love this thing I got for a needle threader because as you get older, your eyesight goes so bad. This thing works really nicely. I'm going to take off the excess. Right here. Let's see how we can get that off. Kind of nice. I haven't done craft for a while on here. So I thought I had shown something because I was just feeling like chatting the other day. And then I went, I think I promised my mom I was going to turn this in a bag for her. So that's exactly what I can do online as a craft. So I haven't done anything for a while. Okay, so we're going to take this out. I love this little thing here. Let's see. You take this little gadget, and I do have a bigger hole needle because I'd never see this if I didn't. I'm going to go in here. Okay, and then I'm going to take the thread I want to use. Hello. Hi. Hi, Maritza. Welcome. Thank you. So you got my little book here. Maybe I can move that down. Here's my little book. And I have a little section here where I put this in here when I don't need it. All right, I'll clean this desk off after. But anyways, so I'm going to do a nice long piece. Okay. How are you, Maritza? I wish you could talk English or type English. We could have a nice conversation when it's quiet here. It's like it's nice to talk to somebody. All right, let's get this through. Oops. That's not getting through here. All right, now we're going to go back over here. And continue sewing. So I'm going to sew this in and out. I'm going to do it like twice. I think that should do a lot of strength for it. So do this. I went up once. Now I'm going back. Then I'm going to go up and back. And then that should be like 4 times. Should be pretty good. Overlapping each stitch. See how much I can get done on here. I don't know. I never made anything. Hand sewed it. We'll see. The stitching are better, obviously, on this side. But if I sew it enough, it should be okay. I hope so. It won't match the lines of a sewing machine, but let's see what happens. All this from a pillowcase. Instead of getting rid of that pillowcase, I just came up. It's not quite dense as normally I'd like it, but since I had this bag and it kind of matches the flesh tone on this, I kind of like that. That looks like a good match. That's kind of why I took a pillowcase, because I like the color. But I wish it was a little heavier material. So we will see what happens. Even if I got to line it, I might have to line it. If I line it, then it'll make it even heavier. But we'll see. We'll see what it looks like when I'm done, because I can always make a lining after if I wanted to. So it's just a little time consuming, but kind of relaxing too at the same time. Keeps me busy. Oops. Let's see, it's on more. I have to flip it. There. Yeah, all right. So in and out. Let's just see how that works. And then I'll do the edging. I'm not going to put the pieces on yet until I do the top edging, I think. Do the top edging, and then I'll pin the pieces out and then hand sew them. And then I'm going to make the handles. And I can't do a zipper. It's too hard. And I'm going to hand sew a zipper, but I probably will do either Velcro or some snaps on this. Or I do have some snaps where you push them in, which kind of look cool. And I might work with that. I haven't put snaps in for a while. So I might add some snaps to the top of this bag. It's a pretty simple bag. Well, I'll make it look cool though. Try anyways. I haven't done embroidery for a long time, so I think I'm going to do something kind of cute. When I put the handles, I'll attach the handles really good. And then at the top of the handles, I'm thinking of making like a daisy, embroidered daisy on all 4 sections. Hi, Belle. Are you the one that's kind of listening in the background? Wasn't sure somebody's listening, but that's okay. I think Maritza might be here. She doesn't talk, but she seems to be very friendly. Oh, you just came in. Okay. So what's up? What's happening with you? Well, thanks for the thumbs up. I guess that's the 3rd one. Thank you. So what's happening to you? I was going to do a thing outside, but not much. Yeah, I outside. I did the escape room again. Okay, with my husband. Never got to go through, so he was happy. Went with my grandson and his friend, and so that I reset the room and everything, and thought I'm going to come on here. But we kind of went and picked them up, and so I never had any time to do any video filming outside. So I thought I'll come on here. I did talk about making this bag, so I thought I can chat and do a craft while I'm on tonight, and that's kind of what I'm going to do. Yep. You may go for a ride after maybe midnight ride. Oh, wow. That sounds peaceful. So any word on the job yet or no? Or it's too soon? We were working also in the morning. We were working on that raised garden bed. We went got some more compost. So I'm mixing compost and the old dirt together in it, and I'm going to start getting that done. That's going to take a little longer. I wanted to take a couple days, but it's going to take longer than. And I think I'm going to go get the trees. So I'm trying to get. I figured I could fit 6 trees in total with grapes. So I can't wait to work on that. It's going to be fun. Oh, okay. You called today, but that's what you got to do though. Without overextending and bugging, you got to kind of keep in contact so they know you're interested, any word or whatever, and say something. That's like probably a very good idea. So I'm, like I said, tomorrow. What are we gonna do? Oh yeah, I got Lisa's birthday's tomorrow. Is now greened up now, Nana. It came all yellow. Is that a bad thing? Is it good or my calamondin is greened up now, Nana? It came all yellow. Is that good or is that a bad thing? I needed fertilizer, you think? Oh, it looks healthy. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's good. That is good. I am going to, like I said, I've got to go. I have 2 trees, the apples, and I'm going to go get 4 more trees. And I have to make sure they have to pollinate 2 trees, I have to get 2, but I'm trying not to. I want self-pollinating trees so that, well, I don't have to do any work. I don't need another tree because I got 2 apple. I like to have a pear, a plum, whatever. I wanted 4. What would that be? No. Yeah, I could have 5 different things, but it doesn't look like that. Might have to get 2 pear trees because the only one I can find is you need 2 to pollinate. So we didn't really want that many pear trees. That's our least favorite fruit, but it is what it is. I like to get a nectarine. What do I say? A nectarine and a plum. Whatever I can get. I'm looking forward to that. See what happens. Hopefully I can keep them healthy. So I'm glad your tree's healthy. That's good. That's a good thing. Your buddy has a big plum tree on his property. Like so many plums come on it, you would never eat them all. Well, he should either sell them or donate them to somebody. Don't waste them. But then the animals get them anyway, so the birds will have some. But mine are not going to be big like that, Bill. So I won't get anywhere near that amount. Oh, does he? I won't get anywhere near that amount. I'm like I said, if you've seen what you know what I'm talking about, Espalier, which I talked to years ago on my channel. I was talking about how I want to do Espalier trees. One day I will do it, and that's what I'm doing. Oh, that's cool. He puts a big tarp under his tree, then shakes it. Oh, cool. Well, my tree will not be big. They're only going to be, I don't even, they'll be 5 feet. They're going to be designed small trees and the decorative trees. So you're not going to get as much fruit on them as normal, but you'll still get some fruit on them. And that's what I want. I don't need tons of fruit, just enough for us and make it look pretty. Probably do a video. Maybe I might watch a video tonight later on on espaliering grapevines, because you can do that too, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. It should be interesting. We'll see. Wait, make the grape climb. I don't know, because it could strangle the tree. I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to do it separate. It's going to be in the center, and I'll do a design with the grapevine, and then the trees will be extended to the right, both sides, right and left, not front and back. So I don't know if I want it to climb the tree. I think it might even strangle the tree. So I don't think that's a good idea for me anyways. What I have in my brain, my design. Yeah, I don't know how safe that would be. I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't work, but I think it would be hard kind of strangling the tree maybe. Grapevines are crazy tough. Well, what's that? Somebody sending me. I hear something else. I saw yours. What's going on? Hang on a minute, okay? I just gotta see if somebody's messaging me something. I don't think. Oh, I don't see anything. Oh yeah, my daughter is. That's it. I got it. Thank you. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna put you're welcome. Where are you? Okay, somewhere. We're here. There I am. Okay. Let's see. It's nice and blue outside. What time is it? Oh, 9:34. So it is kind of dark because it is 9:30. But I've been enjoying. I'm enjoying the weather because the climate here is crazy humidity. But I like the summer days where we can go outside. I think that's nice. Now it's going to get hot. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to celebrate Lisa's birthday at 2 p.m. here. So in the morning when I got, I want to, what did I want to do? I got to water all my plants because it hasn't rained. So I'm going to go water the plants. Water all my plants. Take a look at that. And he's going to be filling in the big hole. I eventually want to go get some more trees, and I want to get that whole thing done this year. I was going to wait to get more trees next year, but I just want that part done, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. All right. Hey, Bill, do you sew at all? Oops, it's going crazy on me. I just need another piece. I just want to finish this end, and I'm going to turn it inside out. Oh no, actually, well, am I? I got to see how I want to do that. Oh, you don't sew? Okay. Well, some guys did. Even if they don't sew well, they had to do it in the army. So my husband, I guess he doesn't sew either, but if he had to sew something, he would know how to sew because you had to learn how to sew your name tags on when you're in the military. Okay, yeah, you do know. Okay, okay. Like a lot of guys don't do it as a hobby. I'm just talking about just sewing. If something, you had a hole in something, you know enough how to sew. Clean it up. Okay, let's get this done. I'm going to turn this around. I don't know, this way. think I might be able to get it faster if I do it this way. Let's see. Yeah, probably. I'm on. I want to see until I get tired. I'm staying on. I'm going to work. I don't know if you're in the olden days, I would stay on really late. I don't know if I'm going to stay on that late, but Bill, I think it's even before you knew me, I would come on here and do a paper craft, and I would start and stay on for hours and hours until I finished it. So I don't know about if I'm going to do it this, but I'm going to do a lot on it. See if I can get this a lot done on my bag. Mm-hmm. 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 Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum, da-da-da-dum. Okay. Alrighty. See how long I want to stay on until I get tired. I really want to work on this bag, and we'll see if we can do it all while I'm online. All right. Okay, so I did this up and down, crisscrossed the sections, like went in the blank sections, did it twice. So there's 4 times I've sewn this basically, because I don't want this falling apart just because I hand sewed it. So hopefully this will be a tough little thing. Now I'm going to tie this off. All right, let's see. I'm going to do top edge now. And it's a double. I only use single stuff if I have to do it for embroidery, but I always like 2 strands, especially I'm just hand sewing this. I want it not to fall apart. I'm going to tie that knot over here. Do it again. Okay, let's cut that. Now, let's see how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to turn it inside out once, and let's see what it looks like here. Well, I'm going to iron it later maybe, but I'm not going to iron it now because I got too much. No, it doesn't feel too thick, but I think when she puts all her stuff in it, all right, and I'm going to take an iron later, get this done offline. But, oh, I don't know where you guys went. There you are. Okay. Okay, so all right. And then I'm going to turn this inside out. I'll probably do it. I'm just trying to do something because I actually might pin this design on. It's not going to be as big as I thought. I think I took a lot on this side here. But let's see. All right, I'm going to turn this inside out, flop it over with the pins. Let's see how this looks. All right, and I want to do this. Just a little hem. It's even. The top. Like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fool around with this first. I think I'm going to pin it. See if I like it. All right. Oh, I wonder if that's my daughter again. Let's see. Okay. Nope, I don't see anything, do I? Something. Oh, maybe on my phone. That's what it was. Probably the phone. All right, we're still good. Let's see. Now I'm going to turn this like that. I don't like it like that. Okay, how are we going to do this? I don't like how I'm pinning this at all. I like that a little bit better. I might base stitch this, and I can pull it out, and I can stitch it neater after. That's what I might do. We shall see. All right, up here. I'm going to turn this I think that's what I want to do. It'll hold it down better. And then I'll come and sew it a little neater. Just do a whip stitch kind of on the whole thing. Hold it down and pull it out after. Yes, I think that's what I want. Because I want to look at, it's going to see it on the other side. I want it sewn really nice. Since I'm hand sewing this, I want it to look decent. So let's see. This handy little tool. Love this thing. Especially because as you get older, you can't see very good. So this thing is great. Love it. And I think I bought a whole bunch of them so I can give to different people when I made these. Like the little books, I put one in. And they weren't too expensive. I think I got it from Wish. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I'm not doubling this one. I'm just going to stitch this. Hopefully I got enough. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I just want it to have a border that stays down. So I'm going to go big stitches on the bottom right for now. All right. Let's see. All right. Okay, let's go get him. Tiger. Around and around we go. Get in there. This is the whole reason I'm holding it down, because I want to have an edge to it. So let's go get him, Tiger. Hi, Mike. What's the pillow for? It's not a pillow. It's a pillowcase that's going to turn into a bag. But it is a pillowcase that's going to turn into a bag. The one I was talking to you about for my mom. Now the material's kind of light, but I'm going to make this work because I like the color. Oh, what's the bag for my mom? I had said that the other day too. I'm making her a bag with those. Remember those cute little things? Were you here that day? You were here. You gonna talk to me tonight? Like talking, or just want to listen to me? Oh. It's not for the. Now I know why you're laughing. It's the whole thing's in, like her medication and stuff. It's not to put over her head. Ugh, I find it really hot in here today. Ooh, hot. Well, she brings a prayer book for herself. She has a prayer book. She has medicine, just different things that she carries with her all the time. And she already has a bag, but when I found those patches that she thought they were funny, I was going to make a pillow for her. And then somebody, one of the people that work with the cutting, it was actually a guy, a young man, who said, "Oh, I like those things. I put them on bags." And so I said, "That's a good idea." So I said, "Would you rather have a bag or a purse?" And she said, "Yeah, no, make it into a bag." I said, "Okay, I will make this into a bag for you." I don't know if you, she goes, "Oh, I see. How cool." So are you in the mood to talk tonight like we did on the other night, or what do you think? Are you in the mood? If you like talking, you can tell me how to sew. You can tell me anything you want. I might put this is just a base stitch. I got to come and hem it nicer, but I might turn this inside out. I want to see how much room I see. And it would be a good weapon to keep the muggers away, I guess. All right, I am going to do this. Okay, there. I don't want to, I'm not going to, I just want to leave them loose. So I'll pull it out after. One more stitch and bring it in. That's enough. Okay, I'm just going to leave that loose. And then what I want to do, so I'll come back and I'm going to hem it nicer than that. Either you won't see the stitch or you'll see the stitch, but I want it to look nice. So I'm going to turn it inside out. I think I'll do this because then I can chat more. All right. It's a little smaller because I think I took too much on the side, but we'll see. I'll keep doing it till I like it, or I'll throw it away and start again. As long as the picture fits nice on it. Because there's kind of bag, and then I got the same material from the pillow on the floor somewhere here for the handles atop of the pillow. So if I put, here's this thing, I was going to work with pillows. Here's the handle. So here's the top. It's going to go here. Maybe a smaller bag in here. And I'm going to put some snaps along the top of that. So maybe in there somewhere. Oh, I don't see on the screen anymore. Where'd you go? Okay. Okay. Well, I got my phone here too, see? All right. So I think people are visits popping in, but they're just not chatting tonight. But they're stopping in, which is very kind. And then I got you right here. So I'll put Facebook on. And when you're ready, or you feel like it. Mm. All right, so I'm going to, let's see how I want to do this. I got to pin it under without sewing both sections. Is going to be interesting to do. Should I do the side first? Okay. Yes. I'm going to do this side too. Okay, I have 20 minutes before, wait a minute. Okay, I have 20 minutes before I can take the clothes to my bed so they don't wrinkle. Okay. You want me to go on now? Whatever, you can always go off or whatever you want to do. Okay. Hang on a minute. Hi.
Hello.
Well, what's up?
Well, let's find out. I'm gonna have to change some things here. There we go. Anyway, I went to my granddaughter's birthday party again today.
What does that mean again?
Well, so far she's had 2 or 3 parties I had to go to
Oh,
because of, I guess, different people not being able to go, and today is the main one. And I totally forgot all about it. Today is my son's anniversary also.
oh boy. Did you get in trouble?
No, because no.
Okay.
I happened to see on Facebook that it was finally put up there, and I almost, well, I can believe it, but I almost can't believe it because I can't believe that I forgot because it's an easy day to remember.
Right. Well, yeah, but you had more than one thing on your plate.
Well, that's very true. And means I'm so young, I got too many young things in my mind.
Sure. Whatever makes you float your boat. Sure.
Well, that was for Misha, but I know she's not here.
No.
Yet.
Yeah. Yet. Okay, so had to go to she had more than one birthday party, so you went to all of them?
Yep.
That's so thrilling. Did she say,
well,
did she say, Grandpa, I want you to go to all of them?
Well, she definitely loves me. I mean, when it comes to, like today, a party of all these women, and supposedly she knows all the people. I have no idea who all those people were.
Right.
Come to find out, some were grandparents of her side. But anytime that it came to it, she always came to me. She always wanted me to go in the bouncy house with her, which is a bouncy house you buy for your lawn, or what do you want to call it? It's not a professional one. So I sat in it and it squished me down to the ground.
And she probably thought it was hilarious.
Oh, she thought it was too.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to swing, so I was, thank God, because it's hot. It's right now here it's 84, but so I had her in the swing, sitting in the chair, pushing her, and she just enjoyed that. Heck, she must have swung for 45 minutes or better.
Is she little though? You're talking about?
Yeah, she's 2 years old.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I'm thinking A lot of parties, but 2, okay. You're welcome, Bill. Bill's here to say hello to everyone. He came back. He was talking to me earlier, so he's on here.
Hello, Bill.
Anyways, okay, that's cute. Well, you can't. I guess it's hard. You want to go to the grandbabies ones, but then you did a lot of them already. So I guess your son's anniversary is kind of important.
Well, I enjoy going to these things, I will admit, but I will admit I don't like traveling on the 4th of July. I mean,
yeah.
I took Dad to breakfast, and believe it or not, that I guess early in the morning there wasn't any traffic. I thought maybe they all finally made it to their destination.
Right.
Well, by the time breakfast was over with, we're heading home, and I could tell that the traffic was about double that was going into breakfast. But it wasn't bad yet. And it went smooth heading down to the farm. But then I figured it's hot. I don't feel like dealing with these crazy people. And so I took the back roads all the way home, and it's kind of nice, all the shade from the trees over the roads and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, we are saying to you, both Bill and I, happy 4th of July.
Well, thank you. Happy 4th of July to you, too.
Well, we were 1st of July, but whatever.
And stay safe. What did you say?
I said we were 1st of July, but whatever. That's our holiday. That's our holiday.
You guys are different. I'm not going to try to put it in my mind or my head that I got no crap in there.
It's okay, but thank you. Thank you for the 4th of July, and I just turned it into the 1st for us. That's all. I appreciate it. Anyways, that was nice, busy 4th of July, eh? The weather wasn't too. Was the weather pretty good for you?
Well, for us, it's not dark yet, and it's hot out. Like say it's 84 and a half, and it should cool down a little bit when the sun goes down. But and like I say, I don't normally go nowhere but in my backyard because usually they buy all these illegal fireworks and they shoot up high enough I can see them. So
that's hilarious. Yeah, I like how you said that because it's true. Illegal fireworks, and some of them, you know what, we used to, as Canadians, because it was cheap and you had different things, we would go over there and get these fireworks, and they were actually dangerous. Some of the fireworks you'd buy, like they're illegal here to have, because they were kind of, especially the little ones where you throw and they ping, and people were throwing it after animals and everything. Those little, I don't know if you guys have them anymore, but
are they the ones that twirl when you actually light them, stars or?
No, yeah, there's that, but no, the one that would just crack, like go boom, and they used to throw them at animals and actually hurt animals with them.
That's stupid people, in my opinion.
Yeah, the fireworks are legal because they also are picky of what they sell. Like they're, I'm not saying they're perfect here, but they have really high restrictions on fireworks here.
Yeah, they don't want them to do much. Well, I mean, they're almost down to just sparklers. And as far as I'm concerned, sparklers are dangerous because unless you got a bucket and train and they usually have 2 or 3-year-olds doing it too, but you get burnt by them. And usually when they're done, they throw them down. Well, during the summer, most kids are barefoot. What happens? They step on the hot thing.
Yeah. So, no, I agree.
Train to put it in the bucket of water.
Yeah.
And listen to it go. Shh.
Right. Yeah. No, they can hurt those little. You're sure correct. You can get hurt by those little sparklers. I never did though. I don't remember ever really getting hurt by them, but because maybe we did it right. I don't know, but and it also scared me. Right. I didn't want to get burnt, so I was scared. Yeah, Bill says you can still. Yeah, they have them. I didn't buy them this. I came close because I thought my mom would like it. We haven't done it for years, but we used to celebrate actually more Victoria Day than July 1st. On Victoria Day in May, my mom would always buy fireworks when we were growing up as a kid, and we'd have them every year. She'd spend money on fireworks, and we'd have it. And I always remember that was a good thing. I should have did it for her, but I didn't.
Well. Anyway, Victoria, is that
Yeah.
And what day was that?
We call it
Or
May.
month?
We call it May 2-4 weekend. That's what it's called.
Okay.
May 2-4 weekend. Yeah. Okay, this should be interesting. I'm gonna sew this in without picking myself. Oh, I already did
She
it.
died this year, didn't she? Or was it last year?
Talk about Queen Elizabeth. We're saying Queen Victoria,
Oh,
right? Yeah, it's okay. And yes, she did not die that long ago. So you have Prince or King Charles now.
so it's this year, right?
What? She didn't die this year, no. No. Bill, what it's a good year ago. I feel it's last year or the year before. In a
Okay.
little while, yeah. I wonder if I can do good on this corner. Oof. Oh, Will's here. Hi, Will. Hey, Will. Oh yeah, what did we talk about? Well, we don't need to bore us with the same thing I talked the other day about. I was thinking of other subjects, and then we just get on food for a second. And I figure out something else. Talk about. I wish I was into music. I really am not. So.
You know what I really miss on picnics or celebrations like today that we went on or whatever is homemade fried chicken.
Oh yeah, yeah, that sounds good.
That used to be the pretty much the number one thing made anytime anyone left the house and did something, party, whether they went to the beach or wherever. There's always fried chicken.
Oh, the mosquitoes are bad. Well, yeah, I know. Will said he went to the park to see the fireworks. The mosquitoes are really bad, which that I believe too. And partards, I think they're called them. But I don't know what that is, Will. Partards? Not sure what that is. This is hard to sew. Holy frick. Yeah.
I can't read what's on there, right? I can just see the names of who's talking.
Oh yeah? You can't. Yeah, that's what I figured. I was trying to repeat it. So it didn't look like we were ignoring them. Okay, Will says he remembers them. You remember petards? I don't know what that is. Do you?
No.
Petards, I think they call them. Is that something edible though? Probably is, right? Since Mike was talking about on picnics in the 4th of July, having fried chicken. I love fried chicken.
Oh, you're talking about Pop Tarts?
Oh no, it's French for firecrackers. Petards is a French word for, he says, for firecrackers. I don't hear them though. We normally hear. I'm just shocked that I'm not hearing fireworks right now. I don't hear anything. It's getting late, 10 o'clock. Normally they'd be done by now. So I am shocked. I don't hear any fireworks today. Because we normally do. I do hear them. We're right off the water. So ouch, that hurt.
Well, I haven't heard of firecracker actually in a long time. The ones they got here, I absolutely hate. It's they shoot it, and you hear it go up in the air or whatever, then it's kaboom, and just rattles your windows. I hate that.
Well, they're really loud ones, and then it freaks the poor animals out.
Well, I was going to say that dogs, especially, dogs don't like that loud noise. Cats are all hiding already anyway.
Well, a lot of the poor little animals out there, they don't understand it.
Yeah. So I don't have any cows or anything, so I don't have to worry about that. But I know back when we used to have thunder, the cows would come running to the barn.
Yeah. But you have cows now. Doesn't your son have cows?
Yeah, but I'm not there, so I don't.
You don't care, right? Only if he calls you for the shots or whatever they have to do, right?
Right.
That's when you go?
Yeah, and we already did that last week, and he's going to try to do it this fall also. That's actually when you need to do it also, because all the flies around the hoof flies, I think it's called them, I don't know. Anyway, that's what then it lays their eggs, and then the worm, we'll say, goes up to the back of the cow, and then that's what, not that we care, that's what screws up the leather, because they're going to tan the hides.
Oh, wow. Will says, I was at Walmart last week and they actually have escargot. Snails? Ugh. So we're seeing they have escargot.
I love them, but I haven't ever, I guess, haven't ever seen snails in Walmart. And like clams, the small clams, I've had them.
Yeah, I had snails. All that it reminds me of is a chewy mushroom. So I might as well eat mushrooms.
Well, I like the chewiness of it, and especially if you use lemon butter to cook them in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, in a jar of food, I was like, ew. Yeah, it's not everybody's taste, that's for sure, but it sounds like Mike likes them.
Yep.
Yeah, not my taste either. I wonder if it's hard to find snails now.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think I've ever seen snails in the store, but the restaurants end up with them. So
yeah, they come from somewhere.
But I found out that they're dead already. They get the shells, and the shells are decorative to put them back in or to cook them in.
Right.
So they must have them canned where they just pull them out, plop each one of them.
That makes sense to me, because snails do come out. They come out of the shell when they, I don't know. I remember, I think there was a type of snail when I was a little kid, but I don't think it was edible, like a mud snail kind of. And we brought them to show them off, and we put them in the sink. I don't know if I told you that story before. I could have. And they all went in the sink and clogged the drain.
Oh, no.
They left the shell.
Huh.
Yeah, that was nasty for the sink. Yeah. Because we were just, you know why? Because we were just kids, and we were trying to rinse them off because they were all muddy. So we thought if we rinse them off, but they probably got scared and they got out of their shells.
Kind of attached to the shell, but if you use too hot of water, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. They came out and went down the drain. So, or clogged up the drain, more like it. Of course, that was a long time ago when I was little, because I wanted to bring them for show and tell. What do you got? They're expensive. My mom has some snails before. Did she? Your mom tried it. Did she like it? Oh, my mom and dad was in France, so they had some. Did she like it? And France definitely is known for snails. Well, as they put it, escargot. Sounds better than snails. I was going to say, leave it to the French. They know how to change things that look like terrible, sound terrible, and make it sound more appetizing.
And charge triple what they're worth.
Well, it is. It's definitely expensive, that I heard, in France. If I went there to try food, I would definitely. Wait a minute. If I went there to try food, I would definitely something to show my respect. Oh, you would eat it to do it. You'd eat it anyways, which I have done that before too. I've eaten food I really didn't want to eat, but I didn't want to be mean to the host. Where kids nowadays, they don't give a care. They're not going to eat it, and they're going to tell you they're not going to eat it, and they don't like it. Nowadays, they don't do that at all. They will not eat anything they don't like. And you'll know. They'll tell you.
Like I've always said, it's well worth trying different things. You don't ever know whether you're going to really like it or not.
Right. But I find kids really, really finicky nowadays. I don't know if you do. Like, they don't like this, they don't like that, and they're not afraid to tell you they don't like it. They're not going to eat it.
But so far, the only thing I don't want to eat is blue.
Is blue? What?
Blute. I do believe that's a baby duck that's about ready to hatch, and
Yeah.
they think it's a delicacy, and I just
So
can't think of it.
they're eating a baby bird just before it hatches.
Right, they just before it hatches, and they cook it,
Ugh.
and then you're supposed to steam it. I guess we'll say. I think that they do. And then
That's like torture for a baby bird.
Well, you don't hear it peeping.
No, but that's disgusting.
Originally, I heard they took those eggs. That's a different dish. They take the eggs and put it in the manure pile, and it cooks in there. And I thought that was the duck things too, but I don't think it is. But anyway, there's these black rotten eggs that got cooked in the manure, and they like them too. And I'm not going to go there either.
No, actually, what did he say exactly, Mike? I like them if I tried them. You would like baby ducks cooked? Well, I think it's a Norwegian egg. That's what he's saying. I don't know. I'm not going there. Ugh.
Although I imagine the bill would be crunchy.
That is so gross. A little baby. Ugh. Well, whatever. Veal is a baby cow, and sometimes I get turned off of that too. So.
Yeah, but at least you're not eating the guts. You're eating the meat. And the guts, I guess, in a baby duck is mainly yolk because they live off of the first week or so. Realistically.
Oh, he's going ooh. He's talking about escargot, but he's not talking about the baby duck part. He's going ooh. Well, I'm thinking ooh too. Ooh.
Well, escargot. What's nice about it, if you're dreaming about all these other gross things, is that it is a rubbery consistency. I guess it is. You're not eating the guts or anything else. It's just rubbery. Period. That's why I say with lemon butter, from boiled into, that makes it a heck of a lot better.
I'm not having fun here. I think I just made it all crooked what I'm doing. Oh, I want to scream. Okay.
Well, the one that comes to mug your mother won't care whether it's on the crooked or not when she hits him with it.
Well, I don't know what happened here. Some are like kind of pinned into the pillow. Some aren't pinned into the pillow. And then it went all darn it crooked now. So I got to see if I can fix this. Ugh, I want to sew it on. I don't like it.
You almost need a bit of cutting board inside that pillowcase so that
I need something, yes.
Get in and
I know.
Back out.
Because the material this thing is so stiff that it didn't. Right. I'm not happy. I'm taking it out because I don't do something I'm not happy with. Yuck. Oh well. I have to get this pinned in straighter. I might have to do this later. We'll see.
I have to go for a second because it's 22 after, and I'm not going to have them things wrinkle on me where I have to re-dry them again or refluff them.
Yeah, go do what you got to do.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, I got me, Will, probably Bill's back there. Thank you. I got a lot of work to make it look prettier than this, Will, but it's like crooked on my, I don't know, you can't see it on the camera, but it is crooked, so I got to take it out because I know I got to figure out a better way to pin it like Mike said. I got to put probably something in between, like to stuff it in. So this, though I'm going to hate doing this, I got to take it all out. Maybe I was thinking of doing. I think I'm gonna have to do this, base stitch this stupid thing too, because it's just not going the way I want it. I think I'm gonna do that. So I'll do this again. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, and then I can pin it down on this. My mom taught me how to double stitch a long time ago. I used to like. Did you like to sew? What'd you sew? What'd you like to make, Will? Would you like to sew? Hey, do you see? Remember Mike? Oh, WTF Mike. I think that's what he's called. Yeah. What the W? What WTF Mike? I haven't seen him for a while. Have you run into him at all? Well, you run into him on different shows sometimes, eh? Okay, I'm going to do this again. I didn't want to do it, but I got no choice. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna slow it down. Okay, let's go do this. I'm gonna do big stitches. Oh, thanks, Will. Thanks. Mom thinks I tried snails before. I don't remember. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking to Mom now? You talking to your mom now? You're asking her. And if your mom's there, say hello. I say hello to Will's mom. So I did the escape room again today. We did it like at 4 o'clock my time, which would be 3 at yours. Oh, I am. Mom and Dad said I. Well, I say hello to Mom and Dad. Will's mom and dad. Hello. I did the escape room today with my husband and my grandson. They did it, and a friend. So that was cool. And I got another neighbor that I added to my list of coming to do it. So I'm trying to get a whole bunch of people to come to the escape room so that I feel like it's worth doing and I like doing them. Oh, Dad's not feeling too good. He fell yesterday. Oh, sorry to hear that. Oh, that sucks. Well, I hope he feels better there, Will. Hope he feels better. It's okay. He's trying to get up out of the chair. You turn to the left really quickly. Oh, well, I hope he feels better soon. So do they like you or them do a garden at all, Will? Do they like gardening? All right, let's go this way. Just want to make sure this stays down. It's the only way I'm going to get it to stay down. I tried to catch him. He cut his knee on the edge of the chair. He'll be okay. Okay, good. So, Will, do you ever see WTF Mike? I mean, he comes in once in a while, but I haven't seen him for quite a while lately. But he has all kinds of people, all kinds of channels he goes to, so I get it. Helped Mom Hill outside flowers. Oh, okay, help Mom. You're talking about Hill outside flowers bed. We saw 2 gator snakes. I yelled, "Oh my God. You saw 2 gator snakes in your flower bed?" Ew. That would be scary instead of seeing bugs or something or a toad. I see toads. I would never see an alligator, so I'm happy with that. You're that close to alligators then? You're close to alligators. Oh, gator snakes. Okay. I said alligators. Gator snakes. Okay. I haven't been on his page for a while. I can't say the name YouTube. Oh, garter snake. I'm saying it right. Gator snakes. Garter snakes. Okay. I haven't seen them. I've seen snakes this year, but not garter snakes. I don't know. I don't know what they are. I don't think it's garter snakes. Well, I have seen snakes. I think, well, my husband did this year because we saved a toad. Um, the toad was in the snake's mouth, but it was still alive. So my husband got the snake out of the toad. I brought it in the house and took care of it. And I think there's a toad out there. So we're not sure if it's him, but I think we saved him and he's outside. So I think I saved him. So he brought him in. I put him in a little box. I put a little plant in there that had bugs in it. And I was trying to bring him back. And then I put him outside because he was so cute. I wish I would have took pictures. He hid underneath in my plant. I put a little plant and different things, and he actually buried himself in my plant, and you could just see his eyeballs. It was very funny. So he's kind of hiding from me too in the plant. He was quite comfortable. He was taking a rest in the plant I did. It was funny. Was it a water moccasin? No. If that you're talking about a snake, no, it was just it could have been a garter snake. Or we have what the heck are they called? I I think they look like rattlesnakes, but they're not rattlesnakes. They're not dangerous. They don't have venom. Um, fox snakes. That's what it is. I think we have fox snakes. Well, not everybody would probably save a toad, but I'm tired. I didn't see toads this year, and I want some toads in my yard. I like them. I think they're cute and they're good for mosquitoes. And so I will protect my little toad too. I don't know. I like toads. I think they're cute and helpful. Imagine all the bugs they kill in your garden. They're very helpful. Oh, and that snake and that toad was so cute that it would soak and take a bath in the water. It saw the water out there, and they drink through their skin, so it would just float in the water. It was very cute. The toad. I hope I saw one, and I hope it's the one we saved. I can't tell. I wish I would have marked it, but it would have been cute. I shouldn't double this, but oh well. Mm-hmm. I need to keep this force down because it's just too thick. So I'm just going to do quick little stitches here. A rat snake? You have a rat snake, or you're asking me if I had a rat snake? Oh, thank you for all the likes, by the way. Whoever's giving them to me, thank you so much. Let's go over here. All right. Well, have you seen any good shows? Because we talked movies before, so have any movies you like to that you kind of recommend to see, or any kind of movie series that you like? Last night, you know what? I don't know if you like into Marvel stuff, but I was watching Thor. I like them all, but I like Thor. So I was watching. I forgot all about the original Thor, like what it was about. So I watched the original Thor, and then I was going to watch the second one, and I fell asleep. But I like all those kind of movies. Marvel movies. Okay, Mike is doing his washing. Okay, let's go on here. Is anybody out there? I don't want to feel like leaving anybody out. Ouch, that thing is so picky.
Well, I wish your wife would help around this house a little bit more, maybe. Wash all the clothes. I got to cook dinner. I got to wash the dishes. I got to vacuum the floor, mop the floors.
Oh, you poor thing. I got my camera on there too. I didn't realize I had it on. Get it off. Oh well. You get to see the ceiling.
That's okay. I'm not looking at it. I noticed. I think it said that something about the camera or whatever, which I don't do that here because I don't have the camera in here.
Right. I don't know. Mine's on. I didn't realize it was on. Not that it matters.
No, because I go back to YouTube and I have YouTube muted so I can watch and see that someone's talking.
Type in. Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that. Oh, that's okay. because Will, I was talking to Will a little bit, but he left for a bit because he said he was doing gardening in a flower bed for his mom, and he ran into 2 gardener snakes, and he yelled. I don't know. I don't hurt them, but I'm not into snakes. I find them evil. That's what I want to say. Every time I get them around here, I have little babies I'm protecting, birds or whatever, and they always go to eat them.
Well, a gardener snake, for what I'm used to, a real gardener snake, they don't have, I guess we'll say, called long lip teeth or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
that they would draw blood on you or anything.
Yeah, gardener snakes don't bite, if that's what you mean, that I'm aware of now.
They're to eat bugs.
Yeah. Gardener snakes don't eat. I think they would be a snake that wouldn't hurt other animals. I'm talking about, like, we have fox snake or whatever. That thing suckers big, and it goes after, it'd go after mice and chipmunks and birds and everything.
We don't have any snakes here.
And bunnies. They go after everything that they can fit in their mouth and get.
That's why I'm lucky. We don't have any of that stuff here. The worst thing we got lately, I guess, is the brown recluse spider,
Mm-hmm.
and the killer bees that were planted.
You have killer bees that came, because they're not even to the U.S. They came somewhere else, right?
The killer bees are here, though.
You have them.
Yes.
But are they doing any damage to anybody? Are they hurting anybody?
Haven't heard any of that, and I haven't seen them in our area.
Right.
But I'm quite certain, like I say, they were planted here, or if you want to call it that, they were brought across the border by accident or whatever.
Well, no, that's been years that they were coming from overseas. They came from overseas, killer bees.
Right.
I'm just saying I heard that long time ago. That's not something new.
But they, like I say, haven't been here. But it seems to me I heard supposedly a report of them in Washington.
Well, I know they came over to the States because I was known several years back that you had them. I knew about them. And they were scared because they're called killer bees because in swarms they could actually kill you.
And they're easy to kick off, so...
When they're also they can go after the main good bees that are in your area and kill them off.
Oh, yeah, just one just massacre a hive darn near. But they weren't killing them off fast enough, so they brought in the lice for the honeybees. That's what killed them. Been killing them.
Killing the killer bees?
That's what's been killing the honeybees.
Oh, yeah. Well, honeybees have so many things. They have all kinds of things that go after honeybees. Like, also, I'm trying to think of that stupid thing, what it is. It's, it gets in their nest, like you said. It's not killer bee, but it's, what is it called? Not a germ. Can't think of the name, but it's like that. It's like some kind of thing that can go into animals and kill them off.
As I said, I'm calling them lice. I don't know for sure it was actually called lice or what it is, but it's been messing them up.
Yeah, he said African killer bees. That's where they originally came from, apparently. And I was hearing about that. That was years ago. I heard they were heading for North America. Yeah. But they were really bad. But I haven't heard anything for a long time about them actually like killing people or anything like that. I haven't heard anything like that.
No, there used to be videos of originally where they
That's it. That's it exactly, Will. You just told me what I was looking for. A parasite. A parasite get in. That's the word. I couldn't remember what it parasites, yes.
That's why I called it a lice. I knew it was small, but I couldn't remember what exactly it was.
Yeah, parasite. Which is not, I don't know, I guess I want to say it's a bug, but it's not an actual, like, it's not a pet or it's not a bug.
But there is a bug that goes in there, and which surprised the hell out of me. The earwigs.
Wow.
They cause havoc to the nest.
I didn't know that. Earwigs are going into all kinds of stuff. Like
Right.
in your garden, they kill off, you have to try to get rid of them because they kill off plants. When I see them, I freaking shoo them away. And I don't, thank God, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something right because they're not going after my stuff. I do see them though after the milkweed though. They seem to, they're in there. And I'm pretty sure they're earwigs because they remind me and look like them.
I can't remember the plant that you can grow. It's a weed. Has yellow flowers. It's supposed to, if you take the leaves, you can smoke it. You can put it in vodka. You can do all sorts of stuff to cure it, let's say. And then if you're having a breathing problem, you can take a teaspoon of that, and it's amazing how it clears you up.
It's made. It's made with earwigs.
Oh no, the plant.
The plant.
I can't think of it right now. It's a silvery colored plant.
Right.
It almost looks like foxglove, I think you'd call it, but it's not that.
Oh.
And
Okay.
it has the yellow flowers on it.
Oh.
And I got something brewing right now. I guess we'll say they say it's not good, technically speaking, till 6 weeks before you start taking it if you need to take it.
Right.
And you don't want to eat the leaves because their leaves are furry and they'll break up and get caught in your throat and cause you to start coughing anyway. So once you're done, like say making in the vodka mixture I got, then you're supposed to strain it through a cheesecloth, so that way you get rid of all the fibers or anything else that might be floating in there to cause you to start coughing or because of the needles. But when you smoke it, you burn that up, and so you're not getting it in that way. But
Are you saying this works?
yeah, well, my stepsister-in-law made me some.
Right.
And I think it was early this year, I had this, I want to call it a chest cold. I couldn't even describe what it was now because it's been so long ago, but it was this year. And I remembered that, so I went and she never did tell me how much you're supposed to take or anything else. And so I took out a tablespoon. And I took 1 tablespoon of it, and I could breathe better almost right away. And so I took that in the morning. I figured, well, that worked pretty good. I'm going to take some before I go to bed. Right. So I did. And by morning, I didn't take any more because I thought it felt like my words, hyperventilating. I wasn't, but it's like I was getting too much oxygen or something. So I figured let's say ODing on it, I should have probably taken a teaspoon instead of a tablespoon.
Right. I'm earwig. This is Will. I just want to put earwigs. One landed on me in Minnesota one time. I was petrified. I remember there's 2 different kinds of ladybugs. There's one that's not a ladybug. Can't remember the name. There is different names, but they're considered ladybugs. But one of them are from another area, and they're invading and killing off the ones that that originated from where you live, wherever you are. Like people buy ladybugs. That's what I was going to do, and then found out that's the worst thing you could do is because those ladybugs are not raised where you live, and they're going to come in and they're going to invade and kill the ones that are naturally from your area. Yeah. Yeah. Good night, Will. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I was looking into that for the last 2 years. That's why I did signs in the back behind my fence, because I was saying protecting the ladybugs, because the ladybugs, and I didn't see them again this year because they're the ones killing aphids, and last year was fantastic with them. But it's a Japanese.
I saw 2 martyrs today.
You saw what?
2 martyrs.
Oh, where?
Oh, right in the front yard.
Well, we have to look for eggs. I haven't had one this year. Saying you found some monarchs, but I haven't had any eggs to raise them at all. Not yet, anyways.
Anyway, those earwigs, they've been going onto my plant and eating holes in it.
Yeah.
And then I just looked today, and I don't know what they are. They're microscopic in my words. But you know what grass seed looks like if you hit it on your hand, those little itty bitty wild grass seed. Well, this is what it looks like all over along the edge of the plant.
Oh.
And I see it's some kind of bug because you can touch it and
It moves?
I don't know, it jumps or flies off or what the hell it does.
Oh.
But I don't want to dust it because I picked the leaves to make that stuff.
Oh, I see. And you want that with it.
Right.
And you want healthy leaves.
Even though it's called Seven or Seven or however they pronounce it. It's meant for vegetable gardens too, but just saying. And you're supposed to wash the leaves anyway. Right. But I just not have any chemicals on it. I'll just put up the holes.
Right. I don't want any chemicals on it either. All I do now seems to be okay, but I still get that fungus killing my plants off. But it seems to, I use baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking soda for 1 cup water. I tried that several years ago, and it kind of almost kills off the bad plants, but it also kind of helps the plant to be healthier. But it also it could kill off good bugs too, though, the baking soda.
Well, I don't know how your area is. The way I cured it is I stopped sprinkling the garden or the leaves that are easily affected. What I did is I bought a 1-inch piece of plastic pipe and had it 4 foot long or whatever. I'd stick the garden hose in it and water just around the root and not the leaves, and the leaves stopped mildewing on me.
So, do that again. Say that again. I didn't totally pay attention because I'm picking myself.
I bought you can go 1.5 inches. I think you might be able to go 1 inch, but the end of the garden hose has got to fit down in it. And I don't water the leaves. I'll water around
okay.
the root.
I don't either. I don't, because it causes fungus. But unfortunately, if you get a lot of rain, it's not my choice.
Well, that's why I said I don't know about your area. It don't rain here normally during the summer, and that's usually right after the 4th of July.
Great. So you will not have an issue with the white fungus because that's what it is. It's too much water.
Right.
So I do not water. I do like you do. I don't water any leaves. I just do the
root area.
Yeah, that's all I do. I don't do that. I did the same as you. I try to avoid because the plants do not like that anyways, the water, and then it forms a fungus from watering directly to the leaves, so I don't do it at all.
Especially because normally the leaves are hairy, like pumpkins, for example.
Like I call them picky in some ways. Like when I rub my skin against them, they're really picky.
Right.
But that's probably why they're not affected with bugs that much because they're not a soft leaf to eat. You know, like a bean plant or certain things like that have soft leaves. That's where the aphids love it.
I swear.
Like aphids?
No, I don't know what it is. It probably is still those earwigs.
Yeah.
I don't doubt, but I've never found the bug on there, but there's holes eaten in it.
Right.
But you don't eat the leaves anyway, as long as your rhubarb grows, then you cut the leaf off and you got your rhubarb.
Yeah. You don't have trouble with aphids? Because aphids are notorious for that.
Aphids, I only have a problem with on my roses, and my rose leaves are all white because every time I see, in fact, I need to bring it out there again, all my new growth has got freaking aphids on it again, so I go out there and I powder them. Right. And that takes care of them until I get new leaves again. And you gotta go powder those.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the pretty, brand new, dark red leaves. But
right. It's so much of them. That's what I mean. It spoils like actually my thornberry bush was the first thing that came out, and I know aphids almost ate all the leaves. They were crazy on it. There's no, and I've never had. That's the first year I've ever had that thornberry because it's picky eaten. Like I'm telling you, the leaves were gone, and now new growth's coming, and I'm trying to cut things off, but I know that they did it. They went in and they freaking went crazy eating the whole plant. And in all the years, I never had that plant ever have an issue with aphids ever. Just this year, they're freaking hog wild everywhere. But I don't see any ladybugs. So.
Well, we'll admit I don't really see any ladybugs either. Every once in a while, you might see one.
And I was seeing a lot last year, so they were helping me. Those ladybugs that might not be the right one from where we're from, but they were helping me because they were all over my milkweed plants. They were all over, and I'm lucky to see one ladybug again this year. I don't know where they are.
On Facebook, I saw what we'll call a funny. They're showing the state of Michigan,
right?
And then of course they're showing the blue water, and they say anywhere where there's blue on the map, there is no road construction. Everywhere else is road construction. So in other words, you don't want to travel to the state of Michigan because they're working on all the roads.
And they should be because they're in bad shape.
Yeah.
Super bad.
And they had the hurricane go through there, and so I don't think it necessarily tore the roads up, it tore everything else.
The roads are, because we've driven so many times over there, the roads are just not fixed enough. They're not fixed fast enough. When you skip Michigan and go to Ohio, then you see the difference of the roads. I'm not sure why, if they don't have the funding to fix the roads, but that state is notorious for bad roads. And the ones that wrecked my car was Pennsylvania was another one that we had issues with our car. But that I wouldn't say that was because of the road conditions. I think it's because of all the ups and down hills in Pennsylvania. We did. It did damage. That state did damage to our car and our RV. The roads. And Michigan is the state that as soon as we crossed over, that's the state. So we're in there a lot. So we know the roads, how bad they are.
Right.
They're right now for us. They're widening a road that should have been wide because there's so much traffic on that road. Like the main road that goes through is 401 for us. It's the main highway, so it's used a lot. So they were widening, and another one that's near us is number 3, and they were so much traffic on there, and it was only a double lane, so they're making the number 3, I think, a 4 lane, whatever. They're just widening all the roads because we do get a lot of traffic. That's the main road. 401 is the main one that's going all across. It ends right at the bridge, which crosses over to the States. So any Americans coming over too, that's the main road they're going to go on if they're going to go anywhere in Ontario.
Well, where I live, we're so far away from Seattle, and Seattle's, I think they're illegally taking the money from the road fund, unless it comes from the road fund. They're I forget what they call them, those transits that are on tracks, high speed, whatever the heck you call those things. Anyway, it's been voted down. No one wanted it, or decided they didn't want it. And they said, oh, you people are stupid. We're going to do it because we need this. Well, it's just for that area. So anyway, the roads, the interstate in my area is 2 lane. It already needs to be 3 lane by the time, if they ever put another lane in, we're going to need an additional lane. So we need at least 4 lanes going through. And they're not about I couldn't tell you when the last it was they actually did any work in our area because, like I say, it's too far away from Seattle. They don't care.
It goes through the outskirts, and they don't care putting money in the outskirts. Well, I guess sometimes we feel that way too, because you go where we are, the next state up is more next state. What I'm talking about, the next city is. I don't live in a busy city, but the next city up is they have a lot more people there, and it's a lot busier. So we always joke about how the money goes to, it stops as far as it goes, like us, Windsor, then you go London, then Toronto, and it stops in London. It goes London, Toronto, and all the way up there, but for us, it doesn't come to Windsor. The money.
Well, you would think for deliveries or anything else, you'd take care of your road going from Seattle to Portland.
Right, a major road, I get it. Yeah.
And everyone's got to suffer with all these truckers because they got to truck the stuff in. And then you get the one trucker that thinks, well, I can go faster than them. It takes them 4 X's before they finally pass the other truck. And here's this big old bottleneck in behind.
That's silly. This is going to take me a while.
And then they got something new they're doing. They have the state guys with their white trucks, and they will block all the lanes and have the traffic go real slow at like 50, and you're supposed to be doing 70 until you get closer to the big. When I say bigger town, it's another pissant town. But anyway, so what they'll do is they'll block the lanes and cause this big bottleneck in behind. But this way, the traffic that's ahead of them can get going, and people that are coming on the freeway, they even have those exits blocked, so they can't get on the freeway until I guess those trucks come through. I don't know what the heck. I don't know what they're trying to do besides piss everybody off. Road rage is bad enough, and you have that going on.
All right, that's crazy.
Because they're not working on the roads nowhere. They just bring the trucks and line them up together so no one will pass. And they got their lights flashing, and they go slow.
What about the price of food over there? Is it bad?
It's not good, that's for sure.
Well, I guess it's not good anywhere.
In fact, I guess you just kind of anymore close your eyes and you buy what the heck you want as long as you can afford it, and go from there.
Well, you used to have places that you used to buy that you like, because you told me you don't like cooking too much anymore. So.
Well, I quit buying TV dinners. Those are expensive. It's something like $4 or $5 a TV dinner. Even those El Cheapo ones I used to buy just to make a turd.
Right.
They're too high. Every time I go to Walmart, I tell Roy, let's go by the frozen food aisle. I look at the prices and I think, I'm not doing this.
Not doing it?
Nope.
So you're going to make your food then, right?
Yeah, I buy Top Ramen.
Yeah. Ramen soup?
Yeah, actually, I don't eat that much. I don't eat that much. I get free food from my sister that she goes to I don't know, but I think it's a church or whatever that hands out food.
Right.
And when you help them give out or whatever you want to call it, then you're allowed to take some food too. Well, my sister gets it for my dad that doesn't necessarily need it. For me, my brother Roy, and we all pick on what we want or give that to your kids or whatever,
Right.
And so realistically, I don't really buy any food. I mean, I buy chips like potato chips, a snack, whatever, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I have bags of, what the heck do they call these things?
Yeah, but aren't you eating any healthy food?
Oh, I get cans of green beans, vegetable mix type stuff, frozen food, pork loin roasts that are big enough to feed a big family.
Okay, you're getting it who doesn't need it. What happens to the people that it's supposed to be donated for that might need it?
They don't need it.
No?
No, they all come from all these other areas knowing that they get free stuff from Washingtonians. And it's a safe, what do they call it? Not safe house. Those states having them come on in and we'll take care of you. I forget what they call that. So if they get a shortage of food, then let them travel on to Seattle or go back to Portland.
So you're trying to say the people that actually need the food locally from you don't get it. And that's what it's for, isn't it?
Oh no, it's actually this. Normally they get the workers get to pick stuff up after they've already given out the food because there's only just so many people that actually come to get the food.
Okay.
And there's more than just the churches. There's like my brother's wife. It's kind of a branch out the church. They can't use the church to give the cooked food for these people. I don't remember what they call this. And they also do fundraisers money-wise. But there's all kinds of places that you can get free food. You can get free sleeping bags. You can get clothes. You can get, you name it. If you need it, you can get it. Because that's what Washington does.
She gets to bring the food home to you guys and then gives it all out to you. I'm assuming she keeps some for herself.
Believe it or not, she don't keep any for herself. I tell her, well, why don't you pick what you want first? Don't worry about us.
Right.
And 95% of the time, Dad don't want it.
Right.
And about the same, Roy might take a little bit more than what Dad would. And I only take what I'd eat. I mean, there's some things there that's nasty, you know?
Right.
Or I have to cook too much to have that, so.
But why doesn't she want to keep some for herself?
I don't know, because she's blonde, even though she's not blonde. And whatever we don't want, she'll give her kids. Although my sister says, well, if you guys don't want this, then I'm going to take it for myself. And I've told her before, take it for yourself before you give it to us.
Right. I don't know why if she needs the food, take it. Why are you taking it home?
She don't need it because well, I'm not positive. I think that one youngest kid of hers is living at home, and she always got their grandkids, including her two kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but she says she don't cook at home. Her husband, you'd surprised they're even married. I mean, they both have their own lives. And she works and he spends the money, and I don't know.
Once again, you're not a big fan?
Huh?
I said, once again, you're not a big fan of him.
Well, they weren't using her so much, and she's got it in her mind that she wants to be the best grandma in the world that they'll remember. And I told her, I hate to tell you this, especially as young as they are, and if you were to die right now, within a year, they won't even remember you or vaguely remember you.
Right.
So don't kill yourself. Do what makes you happy, but don't kill yourself. And they had the kids. Let them raise their freaking kids. You shouldn't be raising them.
Well,
I mean, she's got them enough to.
But
she works besides. So.
But she must like having them, don't you think?
Yeah, that's because she's blonde and wants to be the best grandma in the world.
Okay, that doesn't mean you're blonde. That because she wants to do something nice and she likes her grandkids.
Okay, the blondness comes from work. She's always doing so much extra work, even on her time off, because she's got to help keep the morale going at the work, and she's got to do these boards, safety boards, and shift boards and whatnot that are supposed to bring joy to the people or whatever. And she's not even their union. She's not, and she's always doing all this extra work and money out of her pocket, so they could win. Her team could win a donut or some stupid thing like that, and the team that group team, whatever, doesn't even help. It's all Kathy, and the person that's supposed to be leading the group is happier than shit to have Kathy because
she's doing all the work.
Her job, so she don't have to do it.
Right. Does Kathy say that, or that's how you take it?
That's Kathy's telling us.
Oh, okay.
But Kathy, she understands, but then she still wants to do it. In fact, one time they actually kicked her out of work because they says, "You're on vacation now. Go home." I'm surprised the hell they actually did that, but she's busy trying to get the board set up and yada yada yada.
So they made her saying, "Stop working. You got to go to home." So she puts a lot of volunteer work that she doesn't need to do.
Right, and the company should be paying. Well, they actually have hired someone to do that kind of stuff, but they're not doing it because Kathy's doing it for them.
Well, all I'm going to say is she obviously likes doing it. I don't think she has to do it. She just likes it.
Well, she likes doing it, but you're not getting paid for it, and you're using your money to do it. They're not giving you money. You're not paying your hours at home for you building these projects to bring into work to put up or whatever.
Well, I got it. Yeah, you wouldn't do it.
Well, you get brainwashed when you're at work and I totally understand that. I was brainwashed. My brother's brainwashed. And until you have time off or retire or whatever, you don't realize it until you had enough time off to see what you were doing.
Right. Well, sometimes I wish I was working for the money, but I don't miss working at all. Not at all. I keep busy enough that I don't miss it, that I want a job to keep busy.
Right.
But I miss the money like most people do.
Well, especially what they get paid now compared to the squat you used to get paid. But your squat, you got paid for the time compared to now. Inflation and everything else has gone up so much, you get paid big time now compared to before. But then again, you still have that big time rent you got to pay, or big time house payment if you bought a house, or a big time car.
Right. I agree. Like was it you that told me your minimum wage was like $20 or something?
$21.
I could not believe it. That's not even here. We don't have $20. And the thing is, Canadian wages for minimum wage was always higher than the States. And now we're not as high as you guys. I think that's weird. It was always higher. I remember I felt so sorry when I go to waitresses in Detroit, Michigan. Like, I could go to a restaurant there, and some of them were getting $2 an hour. It was disgusting.
And $200 an hour wouldn't be bad as long as the people actually gave a tip, a decent tip.
It'd have to be a really decent tip to make up for that. I mean, the cheap owners giving them that. I don't agree.
Yeah, but if you figure that waitress minimum normally has got 5 tables, but normally got a lot more tables than that. And if those people, let's say that they're an hour, and let's just say there's like 5 tables they had, can you imagine the amount of money they got for that hour for those 5 tables?
That doesn't matter to me, Mike. The customer's paying her. It should be the owner of the restaurant paying her. That's what I think.
Well, that's true.
Because what happens if but you're counting on that they're all generous tippers, and a lot of people aren't.
Well, that's why I said there's some people that pay under what is supposed to be paid. I know that because there's count their pennies to make sure if they have figured out exactly this is what I have to give you, which I can see that if she's a witch and saying a
it doesn't matter. I seen it so much that there's a lot of people who will not give you an ounce as a tip. It doesn't matter whether you're good or not. They're just cheap and they don't. I remember doing a party, and actually I'm okay with them now, but they're one of my neighbors, and it took me the longest time. I must have mentioned to you at one point in time. They went with a table of I think 12 people, and not one person left me a tip. That's pretty cheap.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just, if I was getting $2 an hour, because the owner's cheap, and now you're talking about people being cheap, I mean, it wouldn't even be worth working.
But there's something nice I've noticed on the bill, because you had to figure out on your phone or whatever how much I should give that woman for a tip.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to give her a percentage.
Yeah.
Well, now it's 3 cents at the very bottom of the bill. If you want to give 10, if you want to give 15, or if you want to give 20, this is how much your bill is.
Right.
You pick what you want to do.
Right. They're giving you how much the tip. No, they're showing you how much a tip should be based on your bill. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's here too. To kind of probably encourage people.
I like that better, so I know whether I'm over tipping like I normally do or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, because it's actually a shocker when you go to pay a bill and just 2 of you and it's $60. You think, ooh.
Right.
But that's the restaurant ripping you, and you shouldn't punish the waitress on that.
No. Well, actually, we had a waitress. My mom took us out for dinner. There was a waitress that ended up. Well, I ended up really liking her because she was just chit chatting with us, and then she even gave me an elastic. And I said, "I really like how you did your hair," and I wasn't expecting her to take the time to show me and use my hair. So she's literally putting my hair up and trying to show me how to put it up. And just everything. She like advice on, if your hair is loose. Her daughter works for Jameson's, which over here is a known brand of vitamins, and like very friendly. So I told her she was a good waitress, and so then my mom, the bill was like 108, which that's a lot of money, right, for 3 people. But anyways, my mom gave her $20, and then I gave her 20. And when I put the 20 on, she's, you didn't have to do that because I know that's a really good tip. $40. So I said, no, we liked you a lot, and I don't normally do that unless, you're a good waitress. So she did good service. She was, she was. We just thought she was really good. So friendly, did her job well.
And besides that, I'm going to skip Sunday, so I'm not going to be given there. So you can have this extra bill.
What did you say? What?
Percentage you're supposed to give to a church. You're not going to go this Sunday, so you gave it to her.
Oh, that's funny. No, I'm going to church though. At least I hope to.
I was just joking.
No. I know. I'm planning. I didn't go last week. My poison ivy was too much for me. I said, I'm not going to church and all I'm going to do is scratch everywhere.
So that, I don't know, it's kind of still contagious if you still got an itch and everything, isn't it? I mean, if someone else is as bad off as you are, allergic to it.
Who? Do that again?
If you went to church, isn't it contagious?
Well, it is. I said no, but it is. You'd have to, in order for somebody to catch it for me, they would have to take the leaky poison ivy, which, they're not going to come that close to me, and I'm not going to rub pus on them or something gross. So that's how they would catch it, right?
Well, the last I went to church has been years, but used to sit in a pew next to each other, and sometimes it was kind of cramped, and you were bumping arms.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how your church.
No, well, it's a big church, and no, we don't sit that close to each other. Matter of fact, we take a pew that so that no one, because it drives me crazy that we like sitting at the end of this pew, and then somebody come in late and they force you down up the pew. That drives me crazy.
Oh, yeah. You go sit down there. I'm sitting exactly
You're right.
where I want. I'm here first.
So what happens is we take one where they can't come in and sit beside us. Like they can't come in. We're near a pole, and they can't come in and force us down. That's what we learned to do.
And by the way, I saw those pictures on that bag, but I came in and I know what the heck those are for, so I didn't know you're making that for your mother for a bag.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I knew you see it. And I'm not totally thrilled of how this is turning out, but because this stuff is really hard. I mean, it would be different. I had a sewing machine, I'd stitch it and it'd be great. But hand sewing this is really not nice. Ugh. Matter of fact, I got to take a piece I don't like right here. It's kind of not going right. Well, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish this. I am not starting a project and not finishing it.
Well, I almost can't believe you don't have a sewing machine.
Well, I have one, but it's not the, I don't have anybody to come and fix it for me because it's always the tension on it. It's terrible. So that's why. And then I really couldn't do this online. I did it before, I guess, years ago, sewing machine online, and I did it probably when I knew you. But I just find it awkward to try to sew, put it on the screen. So.
Especially because you don't have what I consider a portable camera. I'm surprised because it seems to me you said you bought one. I'm surprised it didn't work out.
Oh, it's terrible. It was like slowing. It's too slow. So like, that's why I didn't like it. It was way too slow. And then there's so much technology now that God, who uses a computer like I do? I was talking about the escape rooms, and I know that people would never. They're more advanced stuff they use than I do. I know they do. The kids will say all that stuff, and I don't know how to do it. So
all I know is my computer in the Washington room, like I say, it's a gaming computer, so it's, I guess we'll call it fast. I don't understand that crap or anything else, but anyway, it's fast.
Right.
And I snuck into GW and I found a camera, which I thought was kind of neat because most of the cameras, it has this rubbery kind of like metal thing that you can set on top of your monitor and look at you or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this one here happened to have a stand like a lamp, and it had a flexible stem that came up. I'm gonna say 10 inches, 12 inches. Then it had a round head, and that's the camera. And so you'd bend it to flex it so it's looking at your face or whatever you want to do. It actually even has a deal that you can focus if your face is fogged, you can focus you in. And I think I paid $3 for this thing. I plugged into my computer and I've done FaceTime on Facebook, and it worked fantastic. I didn't have to hold it. It didn't have to hang. Didn't have to bend it just right on the top of the screen or nothing else.
So it worked good.
Yeah, that's what I say. For why it wouldn't work on yours unless your laptop can't handle too much. Maybe.
This one can't. This is too weak of one. I tried before. This, like I said, this surprised me. My better one that was more expensive died sooner than this one is hanging in there, and it was never as strong as the other one. But it's lasted longer than the other one. It didn't have the whatever you want to call it, power in a computer than the other one did. The RAM, yeah. I don't know. It's doing the trick. It's okay. If I was making loads of money from YouTube, then maybe I'd go buy another one. But I think I paid more on computers than I've ever made from YouTube. Way more money.
Or especially now, I'm paying more for my internet than I am making. Although I think actually, if you figure it out, I might be making $10, $10 to $15 after I pay my internet bill.
Right.
But I now have Skylink, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Because the other one is failing so bad. I figured, okay, this is my base, my home. I should get excellent signal.
Right.
Well, it just so happens when you bring up the map because it's getting funky on you.
Mm-hmm.
You look at it, and in my area, I don't understand it. My area is weak, and you move up towards Seattle, it's stronger. The frickin' thing's coming from a satellite. I should get it perfectly.
Right.
So I don't understand it.
I don't know. I know that I'm lucky to remember how to do what I'm doing now because there's so much technology and more advanced that I'm caught up to. Like some of them not much younger than me will go, well, why don't you? Okay, I'll give you an example. In order for me, because I want to do the escape room and I need connection, I go through Facebook. I put my computer on my husband's Facebook, and I put my phone on my Facebook, and I just ring, and that's how I get the connection in the garage to see the escape room. But there's way better technology than that. I just don't know how to do it. Like where you can put a camera in there and I can have it hooked up and then I could probably put it to my TV and don't know how to do this other stuff.
I don't either. Need some kind of a channel system or whatever. Kind of like a burglar type thing.
I keep bugging my grandson, but they're just not the same as our age. You would help people. They're lazy. They're lazy, but they're not lazy because actually he's working hard, but it's his money he's working for. So he's lost a lot of weight, and he's working a lot at the grocery store and bringing in money for himself. And I know he does the technology, but I did ask him. He told me, I'm hoping he follows through with this because I thought it was cool. He put his own music off his phone in there while they were doing the escape room. I said, well, I wanted to do that. I think it'd be cool to put the same music that matches what I'm doing. And so he said, well, you can do blah, blah, blah. And he said, I have this thing. I said, well, will you do that for me? The next one I do, can you download the music for Sherlock Holmes, something like in the 1800s or something like that, detective kind of music, and then we'll put the speaker up because he said you can put the speaker up on the top of the garage door thing, and then you just have to tell it play blah blah. Like, I guess I don't have to. I'm hoping we don't need his phone. It's designed that I can just do it on the machine that's in the garage. I don't know. I just know he knows better technology than I do, and I'm hoping he's eventually going to help me.
The only thing is, you'd be able to do that, but you probably wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube without getting a strike or a chance of that.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that. I'm not putting that music on when I'm doing YouTube. It's because I don't. You didn't see them do the escape room. I'm not putting them live. I could work something out probably to do that, but no, that's done at my house offline. So that's not going to hurt anything. I don't know. I'm not really happy how this is turning out, but I'm going to finish it.
So is that it, or you can put that other one on the other side?
The other side, yeah. But I'm having such a hard time trying to sew this on and making it go even. And I'm going to do this side, the other side, then I just slip stitch that. So I'm gonna actually do nicer stitches for up here. Then I'll put a handle on this side and the other side. And then I'll put, I think, maybe 3 snaps. And that's kind of completes the thing.
I know it's more money, but it probably would have been easier if you took that thing and used that hem iron-on tape shit. What do they call
Maybe,
that stuff?
yeah, maybe. I didn't have it. I'm only working with what I had. But
Yeah.
something that iron it on, you're probably right. And then I could have
Probably
just,
if you wanted it perfect.
right, yeah.
But then I still would have sewn it. I don't know how long that stuff lasts.
I would have,
Especially two materials like that.
yeah. It's just, this is a really awkward, very stiff. I didn't think it was going to be as hard to work with as it is. It's really hard. But I will make it, I'll sew it on there. And if I don't like it, I just take the stitches I don't like and then keep fixing it until I like it. That's what I'll say. I won't give it to her until I like it. If I don't like it, I'll just take it apart like I already did. But since I'm yapping with you and just trying to keep busy, it's okay. I can do this. I'll sew this patch on, and I'll sew the other patch on. And then it gives me something to come on and talk to you guys, and then I'm at least crafting. I'm doing something. So I will do this until I finish the darn thing. I got long nails, so it's weird tying things now. I find that weird, Mike. Not that I'm bragging about nails, but all the time I said if I could ever have nails, I would have them. And I love them, but I never thought I could ever have nails. And they're protecting my fingers, so that's what I like.
So you got the fake ones, or
no? These are my nails. They're my nails. The only fake nail, because that cracked off, is this one. These are truly my nails. But they're helped because the same solution they put that with this fake nail, they put whatever it's called, they do a layer over your nails, and then they glue that nail on, and then they level it. But they just kind of put the leveler on your original nails, so as your nails grow, eventually you have to come and get another fill. But they're not fake nails. They're actually my nails, which I think is kind of cool.
I keep forgetting when I go to Walmart, I need to buy some of that clear nail polish that's strengthener or something like that.
Is that for your own nails?
Yeah, my thumb, this one thumb, has been continuously cracking down the center.
Yep.
And so I'll trim it to where pretty much the crack is gone, although the crack is already down in there. And if you were to watch my videos, of course, I don't know if they're
okay.
or not, but
I should be watching them. I'm sorry.
Well, what I'm saying is I put gray fingernail polish. That's all I had because that's what I use on my clocks. I bought just some cheapo crap.
Oh, you use nail polish on your clock?
Well, sometimes instead of Loctite or something, you want to kind of glue it, but you don't want to permanently glue it.
Oh.
There's times where you need it. Very rare, but you need it.
Okay.
And anyway, I had a gray circle, we'll say, on my thumb, and no one said anything about it yet, which they're there for the clock, not my fingernails.
Right.
But that's what I was trying to do is stop the crack. And all that is this cheap fingernail polish is not evidently holding together, so I need to get the strengthener, clear strengthener, or whatever that is.
Right.
So I can stop this cracking to see if I can get it to quit, I guess we'll say.
Right.
So I don't have to wear it all the time.
Right. Well, I guess it's not going to hurt to try.
No.
But it didn't help me. Never. No. I tried for years and years to have nails using hardeners and whatever nail stuff they said would work. Nothing it worked at all. None of it. So
it used to be I used regular fingernail polish when I started having that crack problem. It always cured it, we'll say.
Well, if it works for you, it's good. But my nails were always really weak, and they would chip, and no matter what I did, and then when I'd clean them, They drove me crazy. I would never, and all the crafting I do and all the gardening I do, all they did was break all the time. And so then I saw my sister and she said, "These are my nails." And my sister has identical nails to me. And I went, "What the heck did she do to make them look so good?" Because her nails are flat. They're identical. They're weak, they're flat, they're just like mine. So then she told me about, she didn't tell me what they did, but then when I went to nail per, that was months ago. I think I did it to go to Florida. And I said, "Is there a way, I want nail polish on my nails to make them thicker and protect them, but I don't want any fake nails. I don't like them." So she said, "Yeah, we use this stuff." And then so far to me it works. My nails are breathing, it's protect and whatever. I forget what the name of this stuff is, but I'm just telling you, if you get desperate, you might have to go to a nail place. And it's not going to be cheap, but it is so worth it. The only bad thing was for poison ivy, where I'm scratching, I'm definitely doing a good scratch. So I think it feels great for a second, and then now I'm taking 3 pills and a cream and ointment for what damage I did for scratching. But it feels good. I feel like poison ivy affects the central nervous system. It does, because when I scratch, it is so exquisitely. I don't know. It's just like so nice. It feels so good, and I scratch until I have bruises, and then it starts to hurt, and it's not fun anymore, and then it gets infected. So I have to.
I gotta go for a minute.
Yeah, no
but
problem.
There's 2 more people here if they'd like to type in and talk to you.
Sure. Anybody?
I'll be back in a few seconds.
If anybody's out there that would like to chat, come on in and chat. If you're new to my channel, if you'd like to listen to us or chat. Ouch! I just picked myself. That didn't go well. Okay. Okay, that didn't even go into the. All right, I have to do something about that because it's not going through here. I am not happy. All right, what am I going to do? It's got to go in through the material, and it's not. Where do I go inside? Okay, get in here. Come on. Okay. Oh. All right. Where are you? Go on here. Why are you not coming through? Oh, there we go. Okay, that's better. Right. Let's try this again. Ouch. Poor piggy. Mm-hmm. Ow! This is cotton. Boy, is it ever easy to pick my fingers. Son of a gun. All right, here we go. Let's tack down good enough. All right. Well, welcome back.
See, nobody wanted to chat.
No, I offered him, but it's okay. And they left and came back. I don't know. It's okay. They just want to listen.
Anyway, I was looking out the window, and the bunny's out there.
Mhm.
And normally I have two main ones. And it's kind of funny because when I'm mowing, the one bunny won't move, like kind of like she's got a nest. She doesn't, but a nest there. So I'll stop mowing around her or whatever. And I get it about 15 feet from her, and she won't move. She'll just sit in the tall grass.
Like she doesn't think you see her.
Well, it's like she's protecting, and she knows I won't go after her with the lawnmower. I guess we'll put it.
Right.
And anyway, I have two main ones, and there's a third one that shows up every once in a while. They're about the same size. I'm guessing they're does.
Oh, okay.
Well, about a week ago, I ended up with this other one. I'm going to call it a male rabbit.
Okay.
It's a little bit skinnier, and it's really weird. None of the rabbits, let's say, necessarily run. Well, this one comes up. I'm sitting there with the cat, petting it in the back of the house there. And it comes up, and it comes about 4 feet from me, just kind of hopping along, and stop and look, and then hop along. And I can tell it's different because, number one, it's smaller,
Mhm.
but it's got a little bit more of a whiter tail, and it's a lighter colored rabbit. It's more lighter from brown, I guess.
Right, it's cute.
And the other rabbits don't like it, so that's why I figure it's a male. Because I'm sure they have bunnies somewhere, probably in the blackberries over there.
Right.
And like I say, it's almost so tame. I'm thinking, well, who feeds you?
Right.
And maybe it comes up, eats my cat food when I leave it out, and I come to watch.
I don't think
YouTube
so.
or whatever.
No, bunnies don't eat that kind of food.
Well, I don't know what
they're vegetarian.
I have other cats.
No,
they eat, well, the grain you feed them that you buy, I'm sure it's probably alfalfa or something that's green, but
right. Maybe that, but okay. Cat food?
anyway, huh?
You said they're eating your cat food. I don't think they'd eat cat food.
Well, I was wondering if they do. I know I have other cats I feed that I don't mind. My cat hates that one black cat I feed.
Right.
But it doesn't run. It runs off 10 feet from me, I guess, because it knows I'm gonna put food out.
Right.
But then I have the other male cat that's got 5 toes on each feet,
Oh.
and my cat doesn't mind that one too much.
Right.
But it's usually skinny because it's out whoring around all the time and comes every once in a while to get fed. But sometimes I don't get to see what's eating the food, but I know it's either that black cat or whatever, because my cat only eats just so much.
Yeah, but your cat should come in the house because you didn't want it. But if it's your cat, you should bring it in the house.
She don't want in the house, except when it's super hot out. And I haven't done it yet because it hasn't been super hot out, although I think that's coming tomorrow. But usually I'll take her and I'll set her on my bed. She sleeps on my bed until it cools off or whatever.
You bring her in for your bed?
Yeah.
But then you put her back out.
I put her back out. She's comfortable with it all. She don't care. And she likes to sleep all day, and then during the nighttime, she does cat things, I guess, because she won't sleep on the bed. I have a cat bed and a cushion I sit on, 2 stools the same, and she usually sleeps in her bed all day until the sun comes onto it. And then she'll usually go to what I call the gardening shed, which she goes up in the attic where there's evidently some sawdust, because she always comes out covered with it, I swear.
But you don't leave her in your house. You just put her in if it gets hot.
Yeah, because she likes it where it's cooler.
I don't know why you don't let her stay in permanently in your house.
Because I don't want to deal with a cat box.
Hmm.
And besides that, she pisses like a male cat. But she normally only does it to bumpers on a car. And I don't want her to start marking inside my house. I can't trust her enough. I haven't even tried trusting her on that. So.
Right. But you let her in there, and as you're doing work, you let her just nap.
Yep. And she naps until it's starting to get dark or whatever. And
then she wants to go out.
If she don't come into where I'm at, then usually I go in there and I go get her and bring her back outside. And surprisingly, she loves children. When we have our family meeting over at Dad's, Cassie brings the grandkids over. Right. Well, she usually follows me over. Like I said, just right next door. And the kids are out there petting her and everything, and she's just eating it up and whatnot.
She's a good girl cat.
I
said she's a good girl cat.
Yeah.
What about when it gets cold in the winter? You bring her in too, or no?
Oh, heavens, no.
No.
She's always wet. Actually, I don't just do not bring her in right now anyway, because, oh my gosh, she's still losing hair like crazy. Petting her, and I'm taking that, throwing it on the ground, and pet her some more. She's just loving it and everything. But why she's losing hair now, I don't know.
Well, they do lose a lot of hair normally, right?
Well, yeah, but during the summer, once they lose their winter fur, they don't lose hair that much. But she's, oh my gosh, she's losing it. You can't tell any holes in her, but I'm just saying she's got a lot of hair.
Right.
And she's I consider her a short-haired cat, but her hair is just a little bit longer than a short-haired cat.
Well, it's kind of cute, because didn't you say you thought it was a neighbor's at one point in time?
Well, I know it is because we've talked. And she don't mind as long as the cat's happy. And I told her I'd feed it, and I have my cushion back there for her, and she sleeps all day there. And she's just thrilled that one of the million cats she has is happy, I guess. Well, it's safer at my place than it is hers, because she's backed up to some woods, and there's coyotes out there big time. Oh.
So
that might be why she's.
So why would she have cats and she just keeps them outside?
I have no idea, because I don't visit her. If I visit her, it's because I was walking down the street and she had to come out or whatever.
Right.
That's usually when Roy's there too. The only reason I walk down the street. Because it's Roy's neighbor. Our houses aren't close like yours either.
Right. A far distance.
Yeah. It's like your house, and you knock down 4 houses, maybe 5, and then there's another house.
Yeah. You're quite the distance between houses. Right. Mine are pretty close. Like very close. If I was my house would have never went on fire if I was as far as yours.
Right. So. Well, you have more of a city setting compared to ours is more of a country setting.
Yeah. Yeah. Get it.
I tell you, it's so nice that Dad is in a good mood and speaking with his normal voice now instead of struggling like he's going to die or whatever.
Right. So that is good. That makes you feel better.
Well, it's a killer when he's down, I guess is there.
It's good. That whatever you said, that medicine must have helped him feel better.
Well, supposedly that's not, and I don't know what's making him feel better, except
I thought you said the medicine was.
well, the only medicine he had was the one in the shoulder, and after he fell the second time on that same shoulder, that somebody screwed it up.
No.
Time, I guess, giving it time or whatever. And he didn't have. He says he didn't have any pain, even though when he's trying to lift his arm, the bad one, let's just call it,
Mm-hmm.
he like that, like it's hurting. But it's not hurting. He's just grunting. That's all he's doing.
Well, that's what he's saying to you.
Yeah, because he don't necessarily hurt. Because I was figuring how some of us hurt all the time. Let's just take your back, for instance. It hurts all the time, and you can mentally hide that hurt to where, because you had it so long that it don't even hurt no more. Even though it does, it's just your memory, your brain has canceled it, I guess.
You're saying that about your dad?
Yeah, and when you get depressed, all that hurt that you're hiding comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand all that stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
like I say, Dad's just in a good mood. He talks normal now, and
Well, it's nice to hear that. You know, just because somebody's older doesn't mean you'd hate to see him not enjoy life, right?
right.
Yeah.
And that's in my opinion, that's my job, is to make his life as good as possible.
Right. Well, what happened if something happened to him?
As in die?
Yes. That would be pretty hard, wouldn't it?
I think it would, only because I'm a lot closer to him than I used to be a long time ago.
Right. You're very close.
And
The amount of work you're doing to help them.
right.
I find it really weird when you help somebody and then you don't have them anymore. It's almost like you're lost. You don't know what to do.
Well, I know, well, like I say, 6 times a week we take him to breakfast.
Yeah.
And I might miss that, but I really won't, because then I'll have my life back.
Right.
But how much of my life have I shot taking, in my words, taking care of them?
Right. But you wanted to. Sometimes, you know, I love my mom, and a lot of people might never do what you do for your parents, but I don't regret any of it at all.
Well, I don't regret it. Just the idea that sometimes I think, why aren't my other brothers and sisters trying a little harder? Now, my older brother Bob, back when Bob was a little healthier,
Mm-hmm.
he did it. He was always over at Dad's house working on it, helping him out, that way working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when Vivian was around before she got screwed up, he was always over there doing things, and the few times he threatened he wouldn't come anymore because they used to bitch about Kevin coming. Kevin is a pain in the butt. But that's part of Bob, and if you want me to, such as Bob's the one that built, let's say, the Washington room,
Mm-hmm.
and she used to do nothing but bitch, because that's all she was anyway, but she didn't like the stickers that were on the plywood and wanted them all peeled off. That's going to get covered with insulation. We don't need to do that. But she just continuously complained about whatever besides Kevin. But like I say, Bob did a lot around there back then, so I don't see Bob having to do as much compared to why isn't someone else helping, to say.
Mm-hmm.
But But sometimes I wonder, well, because of the way kids are nowadays, let's say.
Oh, yeah.
Each of us were born a certain year, and each of us are different in that category. And such as, for example, mowing the lawn. I have to mow Dad's lawn now. Well, it just so happened once so far recently, Roy says, well, I can come over and help mow the lawn. And so I had him use Dad's lawnmower, and I used my lawnmower, and we got it done quicker.
Right.
Which was nice. I mean, I love mowing lawns, but like I say, to mow my lawn and Dad's lawn takes all day to do it.
Right.
And it's nice to have that extra help.
Right. So is he going to help you when you do it then?
Well, he only did it once. Like I say, it's just recent. Now he's with the church at the lake doing kids stuff with the church or whatever.
Right. So he can't do it right now.
Yeah. So that's totally understandable. But my brother David, Dad, is actually pissed off at him, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Dad kind of said, David does try to be a good son, and the but is the way he's raised his kids. They're over sheltered. They can't. I don't think they can deal with outsiders. Even though the oldest one finally has a job at the hospital in the computer department, we'll say. Mm-hmm. The younger one, he doesn't have a job yet because he is waiting for, hopefully, to work for the county on what his education is. Well, that finally fell through where they said they're not going to hire him. So now, finally, after over a year, I'm going to say a year, being said they're not going to hire him, now he's looking for something else. But David's got such high expectations of these kids. No, you are not going to work for Walmart. You're going to do a better job because you're worth it. Right. Well, this kid is a little bit screwed up in the head, a little backwards, or however you want to call it. Well, he's never going to be able to get a foreman's job. I'm going to use those words because no one's going to listen to him. I guess we'll put it that way. I don't know. Anyway, Dad's upset with how they over-hovered over him. In fact, kind of funny in a way. I saw it jump with nothing. Anyway, David, I was sitting in his backyard and we were talking, and he said something about he wants to do this, that, other thing for the grandkids. I said, David, your kids are never going to get married. They slipped out, I'm sorry. But he says, what's wrong with them? He says, they're two good-looking kids. That's your opinion, but every time a girl even gets close to them, both you and Janet are squashing it like they got cooties, stay away from them or whatever. I mean, it's almost that route. And I don't know. That's why I say those kids are never get married.
So I'm sure he loved that. You didn't care. I know, you didn't care. What?
He knows I'm totally honest, and I don't try to be mean, but that part of does never get married. It slipped out, but it probably would never move out of the house.
Does it really matter though? Why nowadays? I hate to tell you that it's hard to live on your own. Whether you think these are being coddled, I'm sorry, but the expenses nowadays, you almost have to stay at home.
This cuddling was way before they were out of school. In fact, I think that they were home taught, and so they were passing up grades, which was almost kind of bad because you're not allowed to get a job until you're at least 18, and they were let's say, graduated before they were 18, so there's nothing they could have done. And I don't remember Alex went to, I don't think Alex did, but as I say, I don't think he went to college. He might have been able to do homeschooling of college to get what he's got to be a computer rocket scientist or whatever the heck. And his youngest went to school. I don't know. He went to college for engineering.
Mm-hmm.
But so far, like I say, he's not allowed to work at Walmart or any other cheap job. You're going to get a job to your degree or whatever.
Well, that's not their fault. That's their dad.
Yeah. Well, that's what I say. So that's where he's kind of screwing them kids up there.
However, like I said, it's hard to, let's say they did do Walmart. They can't live, Walmart will not support you to live on your own. That's not enough
I
money.
understand that, but at least Walmart would give you, okay, you showed up to work every day to prove that you can even work. The kid doesn't even have any proof that he can work and show up every day.
Right. Well, that's, if the dad allows it, that's what it is. I have some smart grandkids, and they didn't overforce, but they forced enough my kids, the grandkids, to get a job. So, but now he works a lot of hours, my grandson, and she wants to work hours, but they're not giving her hours.
Right.
So to me, that's a good sign. Like, they got their kids pretty ambitious, right? Like, to work. But they also know that to get a house or have anything nowadays, it's going to be very hard for a kid to get that, considering how much things are going to cost, and they cost.
Very true.
Like to buy a house or anything. So, I mean, the kids are living a lot longer at home because of that.
I don't have a problem with them living at home. I mean, the number one thing is to get a job. And like I say, the oldest one finally got a job, but
like teaching them to be responsible, I get it. But expecting that from the money nowadays made to live on their own, they might not have the money to do it. And that's really not their fault. That's what I think anyway.
Well, I'm not blaming them for living at home.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you need a job somewhere. And per se, a Walmart job would be better than nothing, as long as you're still looking for the job that you should probably be having.
Mm-hmm.
Have some kind of money coming in.
Good. I'm on the second part of this. Well, it's good talking to you, and I'm actually keeping busy, and talking to you is kind of nice. So I guess I think if you had my grandkids and they're both getting jobs now and they're doing the best, one getting a lot of hours, and he's only 16. And he's working at a grocery store. And then the other one's working at a Dollarama store, because right now I think she's waiting to go to college to pick what she wants. But they are trying to work.
Well, I'm not positive, but I do believe that our state made it so you can't work unless you're 18.
Oh.
That's what I say. So that's why they were screwed skipping years in school, being home taught, because, okay, now what are you going to do unless you go to college, in which, like, they only one was. Hello, Miss Southern Belle.
Hi. Hi, Miss Southern Belle. Hello. Just talking about kids and school and that, all that stuff. So what's happening with you? Anyways, and me and Mike are having a nice conversation. as I try to sew this thing. I'm tired of this. I think I'm going to take a break. I got finished painting a scary picture.
Anyway, that's why Dad's upset, I guess, with David, and why Dad probably doesn't want David to do anything around Dad's house.
Well, I don't. Okay, first of all, that's not his kids, right? Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it's not.
It's his kid, and he doesn't like the way David does things, including the junkyard he's got started over his place, all those TVs, or what they call those things.
What? I don't know. That's at your dad's house?
No, it's my brother lives right across the street from me.
The other one?
Yes,
yeah, because he moved there not that long ago, right?
Right.
Like, he's the newest brother. So you got 3 brothers together and your dad.
2 brothers and my dad.
Oh, well, counting you, like, I'm counting you 3,
yeah,
I meant to say.
Okay,
but 3 of you, yes. And your dad. Right. And he's right there, but he doesn't want him to help him.
Because he didn't like what's going on over there. It looks like a junk wrecking yard over there with the 2 semi-truck box trailers, or what they call it. He's got
like you and Roy have it all nice and neat, somewhat, right?
Yeah, because we don't collect those big things, I guess. And the way I look at it, I care less what he does over there. Those trailers and crap doesn't bother me, but it bothers Dad when he, like Roy, for instance, he's got a truck that's been sitting in his field for 20 years.
Right.
And it bugs Dad. I says, Dad, that's not your place. Just stay on your own side of the fence is what we're going to call this. That way you have good neighbors.
Right.
And so Dad backed off on that, but David's is just
overly messy.
It looks like a wrecking yard with all them rigs.
I don't know if I maybe I might agree with your dad that I wouldn't like how it looks since you're his neighbor, right?
Right, but still, it doesn't bother me, but whatever. And that's David's life. If he wants his place to look like that, fine. Right. I don't care.
Right.
But that's another thing, another pin in the kitchen that Dad don't like, and so Dad, I guess, doesn't want David. I mean, David bought Dad a brand new flag, and he didn't want the flag. Well, he's got it. Well, David didn't go put it up.
Uh-oh.
I did. And because originally Dad didn't really want it or anything, but well, Dad's flag was somewhere else. I stuck it up there.
Oh, so you stuck it up for your dad, the flag?
I hung it up. We have a flagpole.
Okay.
So I hung it up.
But your dad didn't really want it.
No, he don't want anything from David.
Oh.
That's hard to explain.
So to use to solve an argument and be nice, you put the flag up.
Yeah, and he's fine with that because I did it. Well, this year David wanted to. Roy installed the flagpole, and I'll use one 60-pound bag of cement.
Right.
Well, that's enough for the winds we have here, so it's leaning. Well, David said he was going to fix it.
Uh-oh.
And Dad says, I don't want you to fix it. I like it just the way it is and where it is. Well, I plan on fixing it, but we haven't had, because of Dad having a problem dying on us and everything else, I haven't had time to stop and get some cement so I could make the cement, straighten the pole up, make the cement bigger so it's going to hold the wind strength around here. Okay,
so when you do it, he's not going to get mad at you.
Definitely won't get mad at me. And besides that, you got to, like I say, David was born in a different year and everything else, but on Dad, you just got to mention that there's something wrong with it or whatever, and just go buy the frickin' cement and go fix it. Don't have him come out with you and whatever. Just fix the frickin' thing. Just do it. Well, David doesn't do it because he's born differently or whatever.
So but maybe David wants to do it the way your dad wants it, and your dad doesn't want him to do it. Right?
All his dad wants is it to be straightened and not moved to a different location.
Right.
Because evidently he mentioned something about he wanted to move it to a different location.
And your dad said no.
Dad says, I don't want you to touch it. I don't know.
Are you there when they do these things?
Well, I missed out this conversation, so whether David came over or if they talked about it, because I don't miss very many family meetings, but I missed a couple, and so possibly it was mentioned then. I don't know. I didn't ask Dad.
That's funny. And the way you say, just do it. Do you tell David, if you're going to do something, just do it?
I didn't tell David because I don't go over and talk to David all the time.
Right.
Except when he's being a weirdo. Hold on a second. Okay. I had to text my daughter. Anyway, my son's being a weirdo. I don't understand him anyway. He has this box truck over there, and I don't know what's going on, but I was taking a nap before I went to bed so I could go to sleep.
You're taking out to go to bed before go to sleep. Okay, anyways.
Anyway, he woke me up because I heard this kaboom. What the hell's going on out there? And kaboom. And so I went out the back door and went around, and what the hell is this noise coming from? It sounds like across the street. And then I hear it again, and I see his older son standing back and getting back further from the truck. And so I wandered over there, and my brother wants the back door. It's a roll-up door to this box truck, and he wants to get rid of it because he's going to make a new one, he says. And I don't know what the hell they were doing, but he had his younger son in the truck with him, and they had one panel semi-off or some freaking thing. I don't know what was going on. And I asked him, I said, well, are you planning on reusing these panels? He told me what he's going to do. He wants that out so he can make panels out of this new stuff. And so I said, well, why don't you just take the saw and cut it? Because what he's doing is he'd walk up to the house and he'd take a run at the box truck, this mallet, and hit it like a little girl, but make the big old boom sound. And I'm saying, you're going to hurt yourself. Besides, the two kids are scared. They're all standing back and whatnot. So just take your saw, just cut these boards in half. So he started cutting his boards in half. You can see on the kid's face, both kids' face, oh, thank God you showed up.
Oh, yeah? That's funny.
So anyway, we easily got those panels out of there and stopped all the noise and everything. I said, well, being that I'm awake, I guess I must just go to bed now.
Are you close to those kids or no?
Those kids are they're not close to nobody because they're so sheltered. Sheltered.
Right.
And in fact, they got the youngest one so afraid that God's going to strike him dead or whatever, that if he happens to come to one of our family meetings, and let's say we start talking about my sister Mary, because she's, in my opinion, a leech and expecting us to act like she was our mother and we need to take care of her.
Okay.
And she's the one that's a hypochondriac. Okay. And so if we happen to start talking to her, he's got to go because he doesn't want to hear that. Or if we actually start accidentally cussing, and I don't mean normal cussing or whatever, deliberate cussing or whatever. Oh, I can't hear that, or I can't listen to that because my ears are burning because God's going to strike me and you guys too, or whatever. So he's got to leave.
Okay.
So.
You think he's joking when he says that, though?
Oh no. No, these kids aren't normal kids like you're thinking of because of the way they are raised. And they have Bible study at 8 o'clock every day. Well, I think that's dangerous in my opinion because now Bible study, David's the one that leads it, and he, to me, is acting like God. And that's not right. You should be going to church every week and let's say getting your studies, let's say from the church or whatever, if you wanted to have like a Bible study, a personal Bible study with your family or whatever, but that's not how they do it. And that's why I say they got those kids so afraid that God's going to strike them, they're not even going to look at a girl and even think sex or marriage or anything else because they'll burn to ashes.
Wow. So you guys, like your dad's not that religious either, is he?
He, after mom died, he turned Catholic.
Okay.
And then that kind of, let's say, went to hell because the Catholic Church in town turned into a Mexican church, let's say, and they kind of almost all the Mexican little kids went downstairs after church and ate all the donuts. They didn't put any money in the fund or anything else. And evidently they weren't giving anything to the church, so they just closed the church down because the church wasn't making any money, let alone supporting itself. Right. So there's no churches in this town of the Catholics.
Okay, that your dad could go to.
Right.
Okay. But it's funny because is David married, your brother?
He's married, yeah.
Well, no, because what made him want to move so close to all you guys?
The house he was in, the guy wanted to sell it to him for this humongous price, and the water was sewer that they had to filter to even get it in there. They lived in the swamplands. That's why we always joked about the alligators there. And the guy says, and if you don't want to buy it for this price, then we need you to move because we're going to fix it up and sell for even more. And this house was available-ish. Originally, she was going to supposedly move back to Washington. She's in Alaska right now. But she didn't really want to move to Alaska or move back here. And so she and her, I don't know if it's a cousin or what you want to call it, was living there. And he's going to jail all the time. And she just wanted out of it. So she agreed to sell it to David. And I don't remember what price it was, but David felt like he's stuck between a rock and a hard spot. He didn't want to go buy land build. He didn't want to. There's supposedly no houses around for him to buy that was good enough. And what was on David's mind originally is he'd go ahead and buy this house. And when Dad dies, he was buying, let's call it, all of my brothers and sisters' votes. So when Dad died, everyone voted that David could buy the house, not me get it.
But that's not going to happen, right?
That's not going to happen. Number one, that's not how it works. And number two, it's already in the will. The house is mine.
But he doesn't know that?
Well, he knows it now because he got pissed off and went over to Bob because Bob's number one and I'm number two of the people that deal with I forget what they call that, deal with the separating everything, managing.
The lawyers? Yeah. The lawyer?
No, not a lawyer.
No, oh, not, yeah. Executive.
Bill.
You both are?
Bob's number one and then I'm number two on paper of the executive.
Well, why is Bob number one?
because he's the oldest.
Okay.
And in case Bob needs help or whatever, there's two of us that can team up. But Bob would be the one that had the, let's say, final say if there's anything special like that.
But your dad wanted that, right? It's your dad saying that?
Yeah.
Because then he respects Bob, right? Is he close to Bob?
I've probably said it before, or maybe I haven't, but I'm Dad's favorite. But
No, you
Bob's
have
oldest.
said that before. Okay.
But Bob's oldest, so
Out of respect, he does that?
I'm going to guess so, yes.
Oh. So was he upset to know that you're going to get the, I know why you're getting that, was you do the most for your dad. I get it. But was Bob upset about it?
David went over to Bob and started chewing on Bob about me getting the house, even though no one's really supposed to know about it. And Bob instantly got pissed off and says, "You don't like it? You go talk to Dad. Otherwise, don't talk to me about it," because Dad hadn't passed or anything else. And so I guess David finally just dropped it. And David's never said nothing to me, and he's still treating me decent.
Right.
But the funny thing is David went to college also for what do they call that? For people that, let's say, might be mental or whatever, you can work their mind or whatever.
Counseling? Type of counseling or no?
That's not counseling, but it's so you can deal with people of all kinds.
Okay, so he's educated, your brother. Yes?
You said what?
He's educated.
He's supposedly educated, yes, but back when David bought Dad a bush, and he wanted me to help him plant it, and he was taking forever, and this is back when I was really having bad back problems. I had to do it when I could do it. Well, David never did want to take the time, figure a day or anything else. And so one day I planted it, and that pissed him off and just bitching at me. Well, the way he was doing it, there's no way he was going to win. And there's no way he should have taken his education and worked me a little bit different, so maybe I would have felt different.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as far as I'm concerned, he failed big time there.
But your dad's not close to this David, though. Wow. So that you do the most for your dad, and I get it. But when it comes to a big family and you have all these kids, can jealousy occur? Of course it could. I could be upset that one person got it more than the other. But if you're not doing anything and somebody's doing a lot, why shouldn't they get taken care of?
Right.
Oh.
Well, he is accusing that I talked Dad into giving me the house, and which wasn't the case. He didn't know the whole story, and the only ones that know the whole story would be Bob and Roy.
Right.
Because when I did talk to Dad, I never talked to Dad alone. I always did it in front of one or the other, if not both, because I didn't want to be accused of, like you always hear, this elder abuse or whatever.
Right.
And we don't know if that would go into that or not. But I did not coerce Dad into giving me the house. But I also, which I might have told you just a long time ago, but I also have it so any money that Dad has, I'm not going to get any of the money because I got the house.
Right. and you did tell me you want your dad's house. You would go there over your house, right?
Yeah, because it has a bigger kitchen, number one, and a place that the family could, if they wanted to, we could all go there to eat and have a place to sit down. So
right. What did Roy get upset about this at all, or no?
no, Roy don't. Roy says I wouldn't touch that house with a 10-foot pole.
So Roy doesn't want the house anyways.
No, if anything, he might want the house I'm in just smaller because he don't need the house he's in. In fact, he said when we were remodeling this one that he says, actually, this is the size house I need. You don't need that big old thing he's got, but we'll call it big old thing.
Yeah, but because you did a lot of work, you hurt yourself over helping him.
Oh yeah, and we're not even done. But I almost don't want to work. Well, I don't know if I'm healthy enough to work over there anymore.
Right.
But his house is such a piece of shit that if lightning struck it, that'd be the best thing that could happen, even with all the work that we've done to it.
Right. But he would get rid of his and buy yours or whatever.
If it was offered, he probably would, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't get nothing for his for what's still wrong with it. And like I say, we didn't quite finish the inside because we stopped because it's winter time, and then we decided to start getting our bodies back to healthy again, let's say, the best we could.
Mm-hmm.
And I had my teeth worked on. Roy had a few of the issues besides his heart valve.
Well, you had to both help each other out, right? Like you were one point in time, he was coming to check on you. You were checking on him, right? No.
Yes, no. He didn't. He never checked on me because I didn't necessarily need checked on. He needed checked on back when he had his heart valve worked on.
Right.
But he helped me build the Washington room over here, and that's why I was helping him with all the siding, the windows, some of the floor joists. And like I say, we got stuck in the dining room of winter started coming, so we just kind of covered everything up, didn't nail it down, but plywood down, packed insulation that we had there, all on top of that, so it's all kind of piled up in that section of the dining room. And the most that's happened over there since is Roy got tired of the cold air and whatnot because he didn't heat that part of the house.
Oh.
So he bought himself a barn door slider type thing and put that in there so he didn't have to look out that way. And he never uses his back door now. He uses his front door to walk around to the shop. And he didn't use his other side door that's out the laundry room. That's because he's used to going out the front door, I guess. I don't know.
So no more working on his house.
I'm going to guess that's probably true.
Well, it's too much. Probably for both of you.
Well, that capital B doctor I got, which I guess I need to go find a different one, but she won't give me the drugs I need to keep my muscles from spasming and everything else. So,
well, I'm not sure why she won't. I don't know.
Because it's a narcotic, and I may have some patients that have to have or are hooked on that drug or whatever, but I'm not going to let you.
She doesn't want you to get hooked on it. What's the matter with that? Isn't she looking out for you?
If I could prove by showing the amount I take or whatever that I'm not abusing it, then, but she don't even want to attempt.
Because it's her. If anything were to happen to you, she would be held at fault to that, right?
Oh, supposedly. And supposedly these papers, which I've signed before, I forget what the hell they call that, but so it takes the doctor off the hook or whatever because you decide to be a druggie or whatever. I'm just exaggerating. I don't know if that's what it's for or not. But she told me, she says, yeah, but we're still can be held liable. Well, then, if you're so worried about it, like I say, let's see if I can prove myself that I'm not a druggie, that I can take responsibly the pill when I need it. So in other words, let's just give a wild thing of, you gave me 100 pills. How long is that 100 pills going to last? Is it going to be gone within a week, or is it going to be gone in 100 days or 200 days? And then I could have my life back, besides Dad, but I have my life back and I can start doing things again. There's a lot of stuff I don't do because I already know what my back's going to do. I mean, I do a lot of stuff over at Dad's and I'm in big enough pain, but it's got to get done. Someone's going to do it. No one else is going to do it. So there are days where I feel better, and there's other days where as soon as I did that, I'm not going to feel good.
Well, I'm going to tell you that even if you went to another doctor, they might do the same thing.
Well, that's true, but you just keep going to different doctors until you finally find yourself a doctor that understands or whatever. And besides that, a guy doctor.
Well, I don't care. If it makes you happy going to a doctor, I'd go. Whatever works for you. That's what I think.
Yeah.
If I like the guy doctor better than a female, I'd go. I don't, but if I was, my husband we have a female doctor. I like her. I mean, I don't have any issues really with her. I think she's good, but my daughter didn't like her. But my mom and me, sometimes my mom thinks she's a little rough, but she always looks out for us. So I don't have any issue with her. And my husband doesn't either. He likes her.
Well, an issue with her because she's controlling.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't give me choices. This is the highway, technically speaking, is the way she is.
Well, like you said, if you're not happy, then you gotta go look for another one. That's what I would do too. Go find another doctor that you're gonna like.
Yeah. Taking the time to do it. I mean, I was on the ball for quite a while there, trying to find a male one, which aren't any available. They're all females so far. But then now I lost the number, so I have to go back to find where the number is, so I can start trying to get on a list again.
I would do that. Don't wait too long. If you're not happy and that, get going to do it. Put that as a priority over anything. You want to live your life back the way you think you're going to do, and she wasn't helping. I'd be, I know you can take care of your dad, but you got to come for sure. You should be first, then your dad. Because I look at it this way. What good are you if something happens to you? You can't help your dad, right? He won't have you.
Well, the thing is, if I stay, my wording again, if I stay a vegetable and don't do anything, I can help my dad to what he needs physically. But when it comes to working around his house, that might end up being another story. But then again, slow but sure.
Well, your dad obviously, does your dad at any point in time kind of worry about you?
I'm going to say no, because I probably don't tell him. He knows a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I always bitch about the controlling doctor.
Right. But that doesn't say how bad you are.
True.
You're just not liking your doctor doesn't mean to say you're in pain. Yeah, that's what you do, Mike. Get your time to take to do it and go find another doctor.
Well, he knew about it before I went to a therapist, because I could just be sitting there, all of a sudden I have a muscle cramp my back or whatever. And thank God, I mean, it cost me an arm or a leg, but thank God I was able to go to the therapist before I cut it off. But the certain exercise that she's given me, I do every night, and I don't have that muscle cramping pain anymore.
So that has helped you.
Yes.
Okay.
But it didn't fix me.
I don't know. You get a male doctor. I don't know where you think it's going to be. He's going to understand you more. I don't know. He's a doctor.
Well, I guess what I'm looking for is someone that's not so darn controlling. Like I say, she don't give me any choices whatsoever. In fact, Kaiser, who I have, and she's a Valley Veterinary Clinic. So they hire her because I'm too far from Kaiser. And I don't know. And so Kaiser wants me to do a turd test. What do they call that?
A what test? I don't understand.
They want you to send in a poop sample.
Okay. A turd. I didn't understand. Now I get it. Okay. I didn't hear what you said when you said that. I wouldn't have said, what do you mean? Because I didn't hear it right. I would have said, what do you mean a turd? No. Okay. Anyway, yes.
But anyway, I'm going to guess that Kaiser contacted her and wanted her to have me do the sample thing. And they sent a letter stating that they were going to send me this test kit.
Yeah.
And I figured, send it all you want. I ain't going to do it. If anything, you should talk to me about it when I'm in every 6 months or whatever it is that I'm supposed to go in it for. And they just sent it. Oh, it's still sitting there. I know you use it, do it, whatever. I think I forget what it's for.
A lot of it's for cancer.
It might be colon cancer.
Yes, I would think that's what it is.
Yeah. But I'd rather die and have that on her list if she lost another patient.
Ah, Mike. That's just wrong. The test is for you, not for her.
No, I just want her to be mentally in my mind. She'll be haunted for the rest of her life.
Jeez. It's time to get another doctor. If that's your last things on earth to think about, you want to haunt her, I think that's silly. Yeah. You didn't say it was easy, but it could get yourself back on that list, I guess. I don't know. I'm okay with her. Actually, my doctor. She might not be perfect, but she's good to me. When I did the poison ivy, she I guess she was worried. She called her receptionist to come in. She just wants to recheck your arm to see if it's okay. I said, okay.
Well, as long as you're feeling that you're being taken care of, that's the most important part.
Right. That's what I feel. Matter of fact, I'm so bad. I should have took two penicillins now, and I didn't take any pill. I had to take one at least. I had to take this one that you can't have any food. The one I have to have food, and the other one I can't have food with, and I have to time in between, and I'm not doing a good job at it. Take 4 pills of this in the morning. Take the other one twice a day. Take the other one 4 times a day. I can't remember. See, I don't take any pills, so I'm not used to having a schedule when to take these things. And most people are on pills. I get it.
Well, it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they're probably getting tired, eh?
I'm gonna go outside and watch the fireworks. It shouldn't be too late yet because it's not dark yet, but it's getting
Okay.
there.
Well, no, thanks. I'm happy to see you more often, and I guess I'm coming on here. I'm gonna come back to. I want to finish this and chat. And if you're on, I like chatting with you. So if you don't come, I get it because you've seen me enough. But if you come, I appreciate it.
Well, I plan on. What was that? I think it's 2 or 1 o'clock. You said tomorrow.
2.
And so that's 2. That's 11 o'clock, I think, for me.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is because Lisa's coming on at 11. So I got to remember to do that tomorrow. And I'll just anybody want to come up, and we can all chat. I don't think I'm going to stay really, really long because I said I think during the day and I have things to do. Probably an hour is good.
Tomorrow, I decided to take Dad to breakfast. We haven't gone shopping yet because the first day we had a therapist come in. Today he decided that let's just go tomorrow because Roy's going to be with us and maybe he needs stuff. So we're going to go shopping tomorrow. So if I get home in time, which I should, I'll stop in anyway.
Well, that'll be good. You're going to come up and chat with everybody?
Well, it depends how many people are there. If there's a million of them, there's no sense in me jumping in. But
I do not think, trust me, there's not a million. There'd be Lisa, Misha, me, and my mom. And I bet you that's about it.
That's all there is. I'd probably pop in. I'd probably use my other computer.
Yeah. Okay.
Use that camera thing. So, all right. Well, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, no problem. I'm ready to go off to go get some pills and everything. Okay, thank you. And yeah, if you're here, that'd be great. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Bye. Well, on YouTube, thanks, Mike, and whoever's here. I don't miss on the bell if you were in the background or not listening, but whoever's here listening or whatever, thank you. Have a good night. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. And I will be on tomorrow on this channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard to celebrate Lisa 11.11's birthday. So take care. Bye.